All right, Mason. In front of me, I got 2 weeks of your programming.
Yep.
And we're not going to look at that yet.
Okay.
We're going to look at that in a little while. We're going to get into it maybe, I would bet 40 minutes from now.
Okay.
In my right hand, I have some comments from the video that we put up yesterday.
Oh, no.
And the reason I have the comments from the video yesterday is because you get a certain way.
I don't look at comments.
You don't even have Instagram.
Nope.
Why don't you have Instagram?
It just drives me crazy, and I spend too much time on it, and I just think it's a waste. So I don't go on. I deleted it probably in end of 22, and then I got it back for the channel. When I started the channel, everybody's like, "Oh, you need to start an Instagram for it," and I did, and then I don't feel like it helped with the channel. I feel like it was not even good for me because I just spend too much time on it. And
Instagram?
Yeah.
What do you mean by too much
Just like
time?
Reels.
Just scrolling?
Yeah, I'd be like sitting down to work on something, whether it's work or the YouTube, and I'd be like, not even thinking, just, and then an hour later.
So you're saying it's impulse control?
Yeah.
You can't help it, so you just get rid of it.
Yep.
Alexis ran you through the ringer of questions that she usually does, and she's kind of fascinated by your lack of. I would just consider them worldly pleasures. Like there's no phone. I got up at 3 this morning. I was in the garage. I made a video, and she got up, and she does this often where she'll come down, and she'll wander into the garage, and she'll just check in to see like what the hell I was up to, and she goes, "He left his phone on the counter, charging."
Yeah.
You don't even bring your phone into the room to
No,
sleep.
I leave it charging out in the kitchen every night.
Why?
Sleep better. Not get distracted, just have like some separation.
You don't got a TV in your room?
Nope.
What's the last movie you've seen?
Oh, some friends from my gym went and saw, I don't even know what the movie was. It was some like
You were there?
alien movie. Yeah, I went with them just to social.
How long ago is it?
3 months.
You saw an alien movie 3 months ago.
Yeah. It was not good. It was terrible.
Dang, I wish I knew what the name of it was. I'm pretty good at that.
There's a girl and she's got like a shaved head.
Was it just Alien Resurrection?
No, it was some weird name.
Splice Species?
No.
All right, never mind. It is interesting though. How do you go about? Because the first video you and I put together, I was gonna share it to your Instagram and I couldn't find it. I'm like, this dude don't have Instagram.
Yeah.
And then I didn't realize at that point how like this you were, where there's no phone. You don't keep bringing it in the room. You don't watch movies. You don't look at YouTube videos. I mean, maybe NBA basketball is.
Yeah,
kind of like
I watch
peak,
some YouTube. Yeah.
but you don't do any social media, no TikTok.
Nope.
Why do you want like creating videos on CrossFit?
Mostly I just do it because, well, like this, for example, I got to come hang out with you, work out, train, talk about something I'm passionate about. So mostly just to like be able to add some depth to my life and something interesting, and opportunities can come from that. So that's kind of what I was going for.
You couldn't do that with NBA basketball videos?
I'm not as passionate.
No?
No. CrossFit's my love, so.
You said that like you had watched basketball games, and I thought you were an avid. Like
Yeah, I know. And then
it was tripping me out. I go, you don't watch basketball, not basketball.
yeah, I watch basketball here and there.
Like degenerates watch basketball.
I think mostly I keep up with basketball on YouTube, actually more than I even keep up with actual games.
What's cool that so we were rolling through, we were sitting on the couch, and we were just like rolling through YouTube videos, and you do what I do, which is I can turn this into a CrossFit video. Yeah. And like we even like figured out this will be cool. We could do this at the games. We could do this at a semifinal. I'm like, I could bring it and do it at an affiliate. And it's like, it's a low effort, but you got to do it. And it's cool, like have the thought to do it.
Well, that's actually how I started my channel, because I used to watch, and people have actually mentioned this. I've seen it a couple times, like when I have looked at the comments. There's this dude named Jimmy High Roller, and he makes basketball videos. And I was watching a basketball video one day, and I'm like, man, why isn't there anything like this for CrossFit?
What's the type of video, do you know?
It's the same exact style that I do. I jacked his whole style. Like, I jacked his whole style.
Did you show me one of those? I don't think you have.
No, but I can after
this.
this.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I literally just jacked his whole style. I do the exact, like, I'm not gonna lie about that or try and hide that. I literally just jacked his whole style.
So he made something about like Roger Goodell's football. I don't know who the commissioner of NBA is washed.
No.
He wouldn't do something like that. It's
No.
like the cadence and the pacing and the topics.
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
And the graphs and the pretty much everything about it is just.
Who's the commissioner of the NBA?
Right now, I think it's Adam Silver.
Isn't that the guy who has a Twitter and he was like a journalist? That's Adam Schefter. You know that name?
No.
All right, never mind. All right, but you did make the Dave Castro video. He's washed.
Yeah.
You made the machines are taking over video. You titled it "This is a problem,"
Mm-hmm.
and it was Fraser on a machine.
Yep.
Hopper won the machine games. That was the sentiment of the whole thing.
Yep.
And what, as a non-Instagram, no TikTok social media man, do you like get from that?
What do I get from making them?
Yeah, because I remember that the machine video went up, and I felt like everybody was talking about it. Like I continued to talk about it when I saw Hopper the following week, and I go, "Hey, dude, talk to me about what you feel about when you see that video," because he had watched it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure Dallin had watched it, and it told me that he had liked it. Or I just know he's fond of your videos in general, maybe. And TTT made a video on it, and I think Get With The Programming made a video on it, and I think Peter was talking about Coffee Pods and why. And then of course Sevon took. He's like, "I've been saying this forever."
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, and then he's like, "You only made that video because of me."
Right. So you're on the outside. Do you get any of that? Do you pick up on any of that?
I've seen some of it. What's funny is Sevon called me. He's like, "Oh, he looks like a Pinky Mouse."
What does that mean?
I don't know. He just said I look like a Pinky Mouse, and then now everybody calls me a Pinky Mouse.
Okay.
That hurt it. Like people at my gym and stuff.
Pinky Mouse.
What was your question?
Oh, like what? Like
What do I get out
you
of
just
it?
really like making the videos, huh?
Yeah, I like the process. I like.
Not according to yesterday. You didn't.
Well, that's the thing. You saw how high I was after we had posted it. I'm
Right.
like, oh yeah, I did that. So I think it's more just kind of that thing, and my ability to
It's why it's good.
do cool stuff.
That's why it's good, because you actually like doing the video.
Yeah.
Right. And you're not looking for affirmation, like people telling you that you're the bomb.
I don't get that.
And actually, now that this is what I have in front of me. Odd take. Blake says this.
Okay.
Blake Seamaster. Is it that Dave's programming is the cause of a tight leaderboard, or that there's no standout athlete? If Rich or Matt were doing this programming in their prime, doing the programming, I'd bet they would still stand out and dominate.
I think we talked about this. Would Rich and Matt have won this year's game?
I don't know if we talked about that. In their prime?
2014 Rich or
we did talk about this a bit, yeah.
Yeah, 2014, or do we think a little later, 2017
like
Rich?
prime Rich is
Prime
probably
Rich.
20. He was probably even fitter when he was winning team stuff.
Yeah.
Like even 2019 where he won that open
Yeah.
workout, right? But like prime Rich, whenever it may have been, does he win this year's games? Probably not against Topper
Probably not.
and Sprague and Ricky, all the people who are up there.
Nope.
Does Fraser? Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Fraser was too far ahead.
Yeah, because like the dude, what was his 2K road time? Like 6 in the teens. And like when he can do that at that size, it's like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then like pegboard wouldn't have been an issue, same way it weren't for Tia. But I think the thing that we had talked about this and the tightness of the leaderboard, there was another comment on there where it's like it's completely besides the point of the whole video.
Well, my point with the tightness of the leaderboard was just that it exacerbated the point that his programming isn't as good as it used to.
Which people heard it as anything but that.
Right. And maybe that's my fault, but what I meant was it just exacerbated the fact that the programming wasn't as good this year. So even just a little bit of difference in some of the events could have swung the way things turned out. Maybe Hatfield's on top.
There were a lot of people who said you're a whiner.
Yeah.
And it's because you got back-to-back videos on the channel.
Yeah.
And the first one was the machines, meh, the Dave Castro, meh. But you're like coming back upon the pegboard, and you hammered the pegboard because of what you just said.
Right.
How important the fact that
if there's only 49 points between what I think I said first and third or first and sixth.
Yeah.
If there's only 49 points and somebody's got a slippery pegboard, that makes a difference.
Yeah. And Ricky was pretty close. Wasn't he like teens? Like he was like teens in the points away.
Mm-hmm.
And if he had
so
legless pegboard climb like Tia, so
that
people
was
lost the point.
Yeah.
On that one. This is that one. It's the top comment at the moment with 35 likes from Tony. I find the closeness of the leaderboard to be a positive. Makes it more exciting. It's like, I
agree with that. Yeah.
We were like, we read this, like, we agree. But that wasn't the point.
Right.
In talking about the proximity of the athletes at the top. This person, very hot soup. I find myself nodding for the first 5 minutes of the Masons videos and then turning them off 3/4 of the way through.
Oh, interesting.
Why?
Nodding for the first 3/4?
Which is funny because when we were editing and going through it, I was like, I feel as if I'm just like, and then, remember that? So I wonder what happened at 3/4 of the way through that very hot soup didn't like.
I don't know. Maybe I'll have to go back and watch it and see.
Maybe that's the part that we had to trim out because at that point it would have just like rung him in for the end. It was the climax.
Yeah.
Mason's got to get a new computer.
Yeah, I'm wondering. Now I'm stuck on this. Do you think it's like just beating a dead horse?
What, Dave? It's a video.
No,
on Dave.
like once people get 3/4 into my video.
Oh, they understand the point.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, okay, dude, like we get it.
And then they said something about it would have been a good. There was like under comments. It'd be a good 5-minute video. It's like, dude, no, it wouldn't have been. It was a good 12-minute video.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So, and you know what's ironic about this? I love realizing the irony in a lot of the stuff about this. It's like I'm talking about people who are commenting having never made a YouTube video, and we're making content around something that we've never done, which is program the CrossFit games.
Right.
And I'm like, isn't it ironic? It's fun.
And one thing too is like, I've wanted to talk to you about this before, but sometimes I've had scripts where I'm like, I could be convinced either way, but to make a video, I have to take a stance.
Interesting.
If I don't take a stance,
I don't think Dave's washed?
I do.
You do.
But it's not as deep as, like you have to dramatize things. You have to make points. You have to go one way or else you've got no video.
I was setting up something over here. So I'm just telling you that so you remember when I said it. But I said, I hope that people really realize that what I hope they take from it, or Dave, if he watches it and takes from it, is that we don't want him to not be programming it. We want him to maybe not make every machine so important.
Right. Or I just don't want to see dumbbell snatches and burpees for the first open workout this year.
Right.
Like, can we just get something a little different?
Uh-huh.
Which is kind of the point of the video, but I have to say something.
Wait a second, Hannah B. Hannah B always comments. I like Hannah B. These stats don't account for the seating at all. Unless athletes were randomly assigned to lanes, this analysis is actually inaccurate. Truth is, it's worse than you're showing. Lanes 2 and 9 should have had slower placing athletes.
So essentially they were randomly seated. This was after 2 events, and then they're just put into whatever order they're in. And they're put in, I think it's like 5th, 6th, 7th outside.
You fact checked this? This is accurate? I don't know.
It's something like that. They're not seated. They're seated based off of their placing in the first 2 events.
So it's not entirely random.
That's
like
why
Tia would probably be more towards the center.
Right.
Right.
But it's essentially random because they're not put into a specific lane for a specific reason.
But like in the final, they'd be hoppers in the middle.
Right. But this was 2 events in.
Mm-hmm. So it's more random than it would be.
And it's not like the leader's always in the middle, right? Because there's 3 heats. So it's actually the person in 11th place that's in the middle in the second to last heat.
I understand.
So it's essentially...
But didn't we say that as well? Like the way that it would even be constructed if it was after the first 2 events, seating-wise,
it
would be the graph
pseudo-random.
I thought we were saying that the graph would be even worse.
It would be, which is what I was going to say next. So actually, I lost how I was thinking about this.
We talk about like Ricky and Tia being in a lane, and because they're so fit, perhaps because the pegboard was such crap, they would have done better. They ruined the skew of how bad
because
it
was
because
random.
They're so good.
Because it was random, but it was a small sample size. It showed that there was discrepancy, but it didn't show which way. So actually, the lane 5 might have been the worst, but it had Tia, Abby Domit, and Ricky Garrard. I don't know who else it had. I know I had those 3. And so, like, those are all pretty good. I know Ricky and Tia are. I don't know about Doman. I would imagine she's pretty good. But
she's strong.
Yeah, those are, like, at least 2 really, really good pegboarders in a bad lane. What did Tia take on that event? Do you know?
I don't. I want to say like 17, but I don't know that for sure. If I'm right, that'd be sick.
If pretty much any other girl was in that lane, they probably would have done terribly. But Tia's going to artificially inflate how good that lane looked.
That was the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Jeremy Piper, U5L. The footage of the early games is great. You can tell no one is on PEDs.
This is you. We were talking about this yesterday.
Why were we talking about it?
Because we were watching the 2018 games.
We watched 17, 18, and then we watched first cut, second cut.
And we actually said the opposite, that the physiques looked better back then.
Uh-huh. I think they do.
Do you think that's because of PEDs, or do you think it's something else?
I think it's something else.
I said that I think 2 things. They don't take their shirts off as much anymore.
That's a great point.
And it's like a black backdrop all the time now.
You think that makes the athletes look worse, the backdrop?
And they're inside.
That definitely makes them look worse.
So kind of a combination of those two. Because there's a little less contrast for one.
Like taking a picture on the moon versus in a garage.
Right.
With a lawnmower in the back. It's like the moon is going to stand out.
Right.
So they look better.
Yeah.
Maybe, right?
Yeah, and I mean, the sun just adds so much shadows.
That's probably a much better point.
Yeah. So I think that's what it is. Do you think...
Well, this is going to be another topic. It's a topic to come after these comments that we're going to finish up.
Okay.
And then we have another, and then we're going to get into your programming. So it's this, and then the topic, and then the programming. But the topic is about Zone 2 training. Okay. I think the abundant amount of Zone 2 training has eviscerated the physiques. I think that's a big thing. I also think that the carbohydrate beat down on people's bodies causes the chronic inflammation. Like they just look like butterballs.
Yeah.
And maybe it makes them do burpees better right now.
Yeah.
But they also just, I don't know, they don't look great.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. The comment that I read, you can tell no one's on PEDs. They look more natural modern era than they did.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah, like save Ricky. Ricky looks like he's juiced out of his mind. Like good for him.
Yeah, but look back at what was like Street Horner. Who else was there?
Like we were watching like the women and like Katrin shredded.
Yeah.
And
Annie was shredded.
Annie's shredded as she's running around. Brooke looked freaking great.
Yeah.
And you're looking at these 3 chicks run during, it was Throttle, or what was the name of the event? 2-stroke pull.
Yes.
Like these chicks, and they were outside. And they were wearing bright clothes and they had the bright backgrounds. It was the Reebok time. But like, dude, I think that number one, age on these people. Yep. But there are young people in the sport at the moment.
Yep.
But throw a bunch of Zone 2 training their way and a couple of slices of bread every couple of hours.
Or Sour Patch Kids before and after every workout.
So basically all I can say is it's CBG Nutrition's fault. Yeah. I think he's being
I do know who
handcuffed.
that is, actually.
Oh, you know CBG Nutrition?
Yeah.
That's like the only thing you've noticed or like known this whole time. Chad, MH11. I think he, Dave, is being handcuffed. I also think he, Dave, is trying to please too many different crowds, and this is what we've gotten a result as of that.
So I think that was my point at the end, is that he's just trying to... He's stopped being like into what he was doing, right? In the past, he would just do something and he's like, this is what we're doing. And I think he's kind of, I mean, we hear him talk about like the accessibility and stuff of how he wants to make the first week of the Open
right,
accessible.
Yes.
So I think he's kind of shifted away from the, like, this is what we're doing, and kind of gone more towards like, maybe he's listening to different people.
We talked about the Open in depth off camera, and the thing that I remember that I brought up was 15.3, which started, I believe, with muscle ups, right? 7, and it was wall ball after 50, and then 90 or something double under, maybe 120.
Yeah,
but like you don't see that no more.
No,
they're gonna start with muscle ups, but it was also just that thing like throw up the middle fingers.
Yeah,
and there used to be a lot more of the games. There was nothing like that at the games this year.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
and,
that's
but
what
a lot of good
classic CrossFit.
but a lot of good also came out of that. I mean, how many people
What?
do you think got their first muscle up because of that?
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
Like
Imagine one of those open prep videos. Remember your segment about open prep videos?
Yeah.
Imagine what those look like when you think about the idea that there was a muscle up
in the
third
one.
week last year.
Yeah.
In the first thing you got to do or you're done. You got to go do scaled. Like, all right, all of a sudden open prep is muscle up work.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how many people had been struggling or been trying or avoiding muscle ups all year? And then he's like, oh, that's the first thing you guys have to do if you want to even do anything in this workout. And then how many people got a muscle up because of that?
You know what I hope Dave does? Did I tell you this or did I think it?
You must have thought it.
How do you know I haven't said it yet? I hope that Dave is announcing the workouts. 26.1, it's the dumbbell row, whatever. And everyone's all like, Mason was right. He's washed.
Yeah.
Point 2 is it could literally be anything. I don't care.
Thrusters and pull-ups.
That might be point 3. But what I want point 3 to be is I want him to walk out with ChatGPT and say, these are the first 2 workouts. Give me a third workout. 26.3 is, and he clicks the button on ChatGPT.
Dude, that would be so cool. That would be so cool. I would take that video down right now if he did that.
That'd be so good. What, this video?
Yeah, I would take it down.
Why?
Or just make a detraction video.
How crazy would it be if he won't do it now because I said it here? Or whatever. He's already been planning on it.
Yeah.
He's been playing with Chat. He said he's been playing with ChatGPT, right?
Yeah.
Just basic tasks is what he said. All right, Saldo 1. Grass isn't always greener. Dave Castro is the CrossFit Games. I want to bring up my point, which is I don't want him to not. I don't think you do either. We want him to be like, oh yeah, oops.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. You think he'll do that at all? You think he'll watch it? You think he knows? You think he knows yet about it?
No.
I think he does. Oh,
Is the CrossFit world that small?
Yeah.
Or do you just have that much pull?
No. It's small.
Yeah.
First. Definitely the first one. And I sent to him 48 times yesterday.
You sent
watch
it to
this.
him?
What? No. I didn't. Watch this.
Watch this.
Okay, this one's good. I think I already pulled up something from JSizzle911. I don't think the game should be the pedestal of how affiliates program. The methodology needs to be separate from the games. As the sport side goes on, there will tend to be less separation between the top athletes. There will be exceptions, but the men don't have that right now, and Tia is out this year. The first part being the more important part. I didn't know what the back half said. The game shouldn't be the pedestal about how affiliates program. I think we already talked about that. Do you remember?
No, what did we say?
That wasn't the point.
That wasn't the point of the video. Right.
Which I just love comments like this. I'm like, I like where your head went, but I just don't get how it got there.
But do you agree with that sentiment?
Yes, I do. I also don't think that it matters because I'll always use this example. There was this phenomenal salad bar around the corner that Alexis and I would go to 2 to 3 times a week, but we were the only ones. So they shut down because no one went to it.
Right.
And Dave Castro's going to write these things at the games, and people are going to do them because that's what they do.
Yeah.
And they're not creative
Yeah.
enough. And basically what I'm saying is it's the same phenomena where they're not going to listen to what Jay Sizzle's saying. They're going to do what Dave's saying because it's just what people do. They're going to go eat pizza instead of the salad.
Yeah. Exactly.
So that's what I think.
It's kind of inevitable.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about this because I kind of I disagree with what he's saying. I think that the game should be like the pedestal for
Running Isabel.
Right.
Yeah. I think that was great. We both did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it should be the pedestal, and I also think that one of the issues, and we talked about this before, is like the not CrossFit games, which Dave has talked about a few times, is like he wants to do interesting stuff. Like, what has he said? He said he want to do like a combine with like a broad jump.
Say it, Mason.
That's what the CrossFit games should be.
The not CrossFit games is absurd. It's the CrossFit games.
Yeah, it's the CrossFit games. Like, he just circled back around. He's like, you know what? I should make a thing where we do a bunch of different workouts and see who's the best at them.
Like a softball toss.
Yeah.
Maybe GHD setups with the med balls. You throw those.
Yeah.
Bro,
And that's what the CrossFit games should be.
I don't
to
know
see
if
who's the
should.
fittest.
I would never use the word should because I don't freaking know.
That's what I want them to be.
But it's what was cooler. And then there's all these handcuffing comments about it. And like maybe there's a lot to that. I really like that you used the clip at Don right next to Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're sitting there with his backpack on. And I'm like, I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Don's basically like, no, Dave, You only get $10,000 to program workouts this year.
Yeah, exactly. Or not even Dawn, but just anybody in CrossFit. They're like, we need the first open workout to be accessible. Like you can't get away from that. And maybe they're going to him and he's like, no, I want to do muscle ups as the first one. And they're like, nah.
You know you're gonna crush signups that way if you do that. Are you out of your mind? It's like, I have been in the past, and he just like pouts.
My bad.
Yeah, he just goes sits in the corner. I have been. Lee Frazier respectfully disagrees with you on this one. Seems like most seem to think they can all do it better than Dave, but yet he is the only one who has been there for 20 years and didn't quit. Even Greg quit and moved on. The Dave Castro stood up against the test of time. There's more to it, but that's the sentiment of it.
I still don't understand the sentiment.
Basically, because he's been there, he's the man. Basically, what are you doing questioning him? He knows what he's doing. That's said in there. He put up with so much BS, and yet he's still there.
Yeah, I think
not because it's easy money, but because his passion for CrossFit subsedes his pride or his desire to live a quiet and easy life.
That seems true.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I remember the first time I went out to the ranch. I went around the corner, and it was after he was back. He was back at CrossFit. Mm-hmm. I think it was Street Parking, one of their Fitness Freedom events I went to. I was just like kind of milling around, just checking the place out, snooping. I was snooping, and Dave's like, he's never coming back. And I remember there was this big old shipping crate with CrossFit just like spray painted. It looked like it was stenciled on, right? It was a stencil, spray painted, but it was still CrossFit font. Mm-hmm. And I was like, this had to have been here even when he was fired from CrossFit. It'd be like, imagine your chick just dumping you on the side of the road. And it's like, I'm still going to keep her picture in my wallet. Mm-hmm. She cheated on you with like 18 dudes.
Yeah.
And you're like keeping that picture in my wallet.
That would be hard.
So Dave had this big old, you see the barn or the ranch.
Yeah.
There's freaking Buki up there, and nothing changed, even though like they kicked him out to the curb. So
how long was he gone for?
9 months.
That's actually
9 to 12.
Longer than it felt.
The worst part about it is he deleted his Instagram, because I always go to like pull stuff from it that I recall from way back then, like the dumbbell thing.
Yeah,
the dumbbells are coming in 18.2, but you can't get there because he deleted it. I wish he hadn't have done that. This is the longest comment ever.
Let's hear it.
Wiltford Burnley. I had to grab it because it says I totally disagree at the first part of it, but it's so long.
Have you read the rest already?
No, I haven't. Oh, here's the sentiment of it. I did read it, and I can give you the sentiment of it. He says that the programming has been getting better. The games are now testing actual fitness and power output because the old days. Better than the old days. It used to be a short guys game because of the barbell cycling and too much emphasis on squats where there was a shorter range of motion. So what he's saying is that the machines and the way that Dave has gone with everything has made people like Jason, the true fit people, more apt to win.
You remember how I said I have to take it, like I take a stance and then I just make it?
Yes.
This idea is the way this video started.
You think? Wait, tell me what that means.
This idea that there used to be too many squats and it's better now that there wasn't this year is the way I started this video.
Holy moly!
And then it morphed into Dave Castro's wash.
So it's gonna be Dave Castro's the man now. It's Dave. Damn, that's interesting. All right, you're fired. It's interesting.
But I actually kind of do agree with this sentiment a little bit, because like there was so much squatting before. It was like, if you have a good squat position, you that's automatically points right there, like significant amount of points.
Well, it brings you back to the question you already said. Do Rich and Matt win this year? And we said no.
Right.
So is it a better fitness test?
Depends on your definition of fitness.
There should be one.
But there's not.
Why?
Because I also think like if you don't have the skill to do something, let's say I can snatch 10 pounds more than you because I have more technique, that's a version of capacity.
I agree. Yeah, flexibility and coordination and all that, yeah.
And so this is one of the problems is some people just think it's like just straight foot-pounds moved output.
Oh, we're going back to foot pounds. That's maybe the next video.
Watts, right.
Yeah. Jake Watkins. What's with the whining? He threw double under crossovers in the games, and people lost their effing minds. Wasn't there something like pullovers, which also pissed everybody off? The community doesn't actually want new stuff. Y'all just want them to mix up Kraft mac and cheese a little differently. Maybe throw some paprika on top and call it new. How about we jump over the box and then do the burpee? Innovation.
So what was this?
He says he wants to know what's with all the whining. What's
Yeah.
with all the whining, Mason?
Yeah.
It's not like you even considered the fact of making it, oh, this is actually
Did
great.
Did it seem like whining to you?
No. Like I said, it's
I
probably,
guess maybe I could see how it is, or how it felt like that.
Bro, I got people telling me I'm negative all the time.
Yeah.
I'm used to it.
Yeah.
So you're just, and you can't even deal with the comment section.
No.
I think you're doing better now because you can't see them.
Yeah, I can't see it,
It's
and I'm not.
basically
It's not
me.
just one, like all of them at the same time.
Yeah, it's like a nice drip. Not
And
a,
these are some of the nicer ones. I've seen some other ones that.
I like this one. It's not anything about you. It's just, why does everyone have to show Rich walking in that event? They're really picking on him for a bad event.
Because it just fit what I was talking about. He was so good.
What does that say?
Who is this? Mason Startup.
Yeah.
It's actually Hiller. He made it on AI using my voice.
Yeah, and he's actually a robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude's not real.
I'm AI.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Hiller has no AI filter at all. What was that video? Oh, you were showing me Costco selling tiny homes for $2,000.
$3,000, $299.99, and I'm like, dude, I'll buy
And
this.
the video looked. I'll give it to you. It looked really real.
Yeah.
But then it had that little. Is it the Sora logo in
But
the
I
bottom?
didn't see that. It was hiding under the description of the video.
Yeah.
I was just like, this would be a sick mobile podcast studio. I'll just put it on the back of the truck and I'll
Yeah.
drive it around. And you're like, it's fake. I'm like, all right, last comment. Go ahead.
That rich one.
Oh yeah.
It's because I showed him walking and then he still won. And my point was there used to be he used to be so dominant he could walk in a running event and then still win the games.
I like that you actually answered why. Why is everyone still using it? That's a good answer. Yeah. There's no better example of what you said right there, right? Maybe Sam Briggs not being able to handstand walk at the following regional after having won the games the previous year would be another good example.
Which I don't even think I knew that.
Yeah. Sam Briggs won the 2013 games, and then she couldn't even make it back to the games.
Because she
the
couldn't handstand walk?
There was a handstand walk, and it took her out of the games. I think
She
got,
couldn't handstand walk at all, or
She could, but she didn't place well enough.
Oh.
She may have time capped on it.
Was that the max distance one?
Yeah, or it was an AMRAP. It was either for time or an AMRAP, and then there's a snatch before or after. And I don't recall, maybe you couldn't even snatch if you didn't finish the handstand walk.
Oh.
Maybe that's what happened. I need to check it out. But I know that she couldn't go to the games because of a handstand walk. But it proves the same point,
same
just
point.
like a different, not games.
No, it proves the opposite point.
What do you mean?
She didn't win because she wasn't so good.
No,
Rich probably couldn't have handstand walked
she
that
won the
same year and he
games,
still would have gone to the
and
games.
then she couldn't get back because of the handstand walk in the next year, the next season.
Yeah. But that's not a hole that she had and then still won.
Proves an opposite point. I understand now.
Yeah.
Okay, I follow. This is good because it kind of wraps up. Travis Jones, 22. Frequent commenter. Good man.
Okay.
Very good man. If only someone else could build a rival to CrossFit Games, a new leader, a new competition, a new programmer, a new lease on the sport of fitness. Oh, wait. Someone already did that, and it stinks. I'll stick with Dave. He's talking about Will.
Yeah, I think Dave's is better.
There isn't. You can't. I don't know the analogy, but he's better in every way.
Yeah.
I do like looking at things like Madden. Like Dave's like the freaking 99. Like the programming you showed, it was like what, 14, 17, 18?
Yeah.
Those are the good years.
Yeah.
Those are like 99 out of 100 years. We could have J.R. Howell right here. He'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
And then he'd be quiet for the rest of the pod. But I'm like, that's all we needed, J.R. Thanks. And the thing is, it's just like this year was like an 89. And we're not cool with that.
Yeah.
We're not cool with
we want another 99.
We want Reggie Bush from NCAA 2012 or whatever he was got in, right?
Yeah.
And so that's it. And Will Morad, he's like a 62.
Yeah.
Like we were even wondering why he has an avatar on Madden. Like, you don't deserve to have your face. It's like, you should be a build-a-player.
Right. And it's crazy because how many programmers do you think could write something better?
Many. Like, I just did it in an hour. I reprogrammed the entire season in an hour with like a new, because the whole thing is, guys, we're new. Like, no, you're not. You're the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not new. You're copy.
Literally the same thing, but you're like just 3 times longer and much more boring. And you pay athletes a little bit different. And I don't know, which makes the whole thing more boring.
Yeah.
So I would bet that in every state in the country, you could find, depending on the size of the state, I don't know, 5 to 10 people who program better than Will. And it's just interesting to me. It literally seems like he just wants something. And you know what I thought the other day? I thought about early Dave and how he was the villain. And I'm like, dude, what if this is all an act? I think it was Claire Bays.
He's like, I need to be the villain again.
Yeah. I saw Claire Bays talked about this, and at the end of the Mayhem podcast, she picked up on something that I don't really believe. She's like, Rich goes, this is going to get clipped a bunch. And I clipped it a bunch. And Claire goes, you know, it looked like Will snidely smirked as if he liked it or looked forward to it. Or, hey, I'm going to go on Mayhem's podcast to get clipped a bunch. And I'm the villain.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so. And his version of the villain is, I'm going to do all the workouts and post them, and people are going to make fun of me. Like, it's a bad version. It's like the Joker on heroin. It's like, no one wants that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know the Joker?
I do.
All right.
I've seen Dark Knight.
Okay. Yeah, that's all of them. How'd you like those?
You went easy on me. There's probably worse ones in there.
What comes to mind?
I don't know. There was another whining one that really got me riled up. I don't remember what they said.
Why is this guy whining?
Yeah, but they said something. It sounded a little bit more negative or aggressive, and I read it. And
right before we came down here, and somewhere embedded in there, we talked about the physiques, and I said zone 2. But you've got your own opinion on zone 2, and I want you to share.
I think it's garbage.
Why?
I think, to put it as simply as I can, you'd be better off doing something really, really hard.
Like Fran?
Long. Something really
like
hard
Fran?
and long. Like
Murph.
Like a max effort 10K run once a week, then doing zone 2 3 times a week. And you always hear, whether it's stats or whatever from studies that they do, you'll hear, oh, these people did zone 2 and then improved this metric by however many points. It's like, yeah, especially if you take like CrossFitters or bodybuilders or something like that and have them do zone 2 for how many weeks, of course they're going to get better at long stuff, because that's the only time they do anything longer than a couple minutes. It's like, for most CrossFitters, zone 2 is the only time they go longer than 20 minutes. So, of course, doing zone 2 is going to make you better at longer stuff.
I don't think it's true that it's the only time they do anything over a couple minutes. But, like, would you put a cap on 12 to 15? Like, that's kind of their threshold, and you're saying when they breach 40 for the first time ever, it's just being expressed via zone 2?
Well, if you go from, how often do you think the average, are we talking games or just everybody?
I mean, I want to go games.
Okay, let's talk games.
And I would like to talk, and Brian asked me that the other day when I talked about how many of the best are on steroids. I like thinking about the top maybe 200.
Okay.
Let's go top 200 in the world.
So, I forgot what I was going to say now.
In relation to their zone 2 training, how effective is it?
Without zone 2, like let's take Rich and them in like 2014, 13. How many times, that type of training, how many times a week do you think they were going over 25 minutes, 20, 25 minutes?
Not much.
Number?
What? One?
Once a week?
Yeah.
So if you go from once a week over 20 minutes to 4 times a week over 20 minutes, it's not surprising that you're going to get better at that long time domain.
So what is it that you're suggesting?
Do more actual max effort things in a longer time domain rather than an easy, I'm going to get on the bike and spin for 35, 40 minutes.
So your issue with it is the lack of effort while completing the time duration, not the time duration.
Right.
So today we did a 30-minute AMRAP. That would suffice towards your, let's say Rich does a 30-minute AMRAP like we did today.
Yeah.
And I was hurting. Like heart rate over 155.
Yeah.
For the majority minus the handstand push-ups.
Right.
But like, that would be more beneficial, you think, than 2 60-minute spins.
Yeah. Especially if we did longer things. I mean, that, and if we did longer things in a cyclical manner, like I said, a max effort run for 40 minutes or something like that. I think, intensity drives adaptation.
And I can't argue with that. Like, you won't get bigger biceps without giving your biceps the stimulus to grow. And the same thing I believe happens with the lungs and the capillaries and the heart and everything about contracting when you're doing workouts.
The slow
like
twitch fibers.
Like, yeah. Slow twitch fibers. So what do you think these science nerds would say about it? And what I mean is, like, people will say, who is this Mason guy?
Nobody.
Well, that's what, yeah. But I mean, I do appreciate, and I think I'm mostly on board with your opinion, your take on it. But what I'm curious about is everyone will hit you with the book. Like, show me the articles, show me the research. So I want to know what you think people like that would say about this opinion.
I want to preface this with, this is all bro science, what I'm doing.
My man. Yeah,
so, but I often hear things like, if you're outside higher than zone 2, what you're doing is training your body in a more anaerobic state.
That's what you hear.
That's what I hear.
Okay.
People say. And you're also more likely to use, basically anaerobic state.
Without oxygen.
Right. Yep. So you're using glycogen instead of oxygen. You're using.
So you need gummy bears.
You're using you need gummy bears before and after. You're using fast twitch fibers instead of slow twitch fibers. So that's essentially the argument, is that when you do zone 2, instead of allowing yourself to start to rely on those, then you can continue using the slow twitch fibers and say an aerobic state. That's my understanding. Do you think that's what I would hear from someone by the book?
Yes.
Okay. At max intensity, your fast twitch fibers are going to burn out, and then you're going to switch to slow twitch fibers. Your anaerobic state is going to burn out, and you're going to have to switch to an aerobic state.
Oh, that is so interesting you say that. You know who Julian Pinot is?
No.
He's strong fit. And he always had this thing about max effort sled pushes and how CrossFitters are severely undertrained in that sort of fashion, where he'd say, push it as hard as you can, and then just keep pushing it.
Right.
I think that's what I heard you say there in relation to anaerobic converting into aerobic. Yeah?
Basically.
But you just basically don't do it for, when he was saying, at a couple minutes, or as short as like 2 minutes, but you're saying do it for 40 to
If you do something hard for 40 minutes, your body can't keep in an anaerobic state that long.
It's impossible.
Right.
So
if you're doing it at max effort, then you're going to obviously get more adaptation anaerobically and aerobically.
So what's with the whole push for it? Why does everyone like it and do it?
Because it's easy, I think.
You think Dallin does it because it's easy? You think Dallin does it?
Or do I think Dallin does
You think
zone
Jason
2?
does it?
I think
Dude, Jason did a podcast once. I think he called in the Sevon, or he got a link,
and he was on
the bike.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm hanging on to 300 watts right now. And I'm like, that's crazy. And you're probably lying, but it's still crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think he was actually hanging on to 300, but it is Jason. But he was breathing, talking, cognizant, which is wicked. You think that's a waste? Do you think it's
I don't think it's a waste. I don't
way to really stand your ground.
I don't think it's the most efficient use of time.
Okay.
I think you could get the same adaptation by doing a max effort or actual high intensity, long duration thing rather than spending 4 hours on the bike a week.
And we're talking about top 200.
Yes.
All right. Now talk about 10,000 in the open.
I think it becomes even more
thank God.
of a problem
okay.
because then you're spending more time, which a lot of us don't have, and you don't have the mental and recovery aspect to it as much as a games athlete does. So if they were to do max effort, maybe that's going to affect something in their other training as a games athlete, whereas most of us, the recovery isn't what's limiting us. it's time or whatever.
Do
you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I agree. Like that's what I was hoping. I said, thank God, right?
Yeah.
I think the lower you get, the less
Zone 2 you need.
there's like a bell curve on that actually. So I would say basically I don't know if it applies like way towards the top because they have more time and need more stimulus to drive the adaptations. So maybe I do see room for more
reverse
of it.
bell curve.
Sure, but like towards the back end, that's almost all some people can do is sit on the bike or go on an elliptical until they can. People will disagree with that. That'll really make people angry. Who do you mean?
No, I
literally created an entire new program.
If you got a 370-pound dude, like at some point, the best thing they're gonna be able to do is just like sit on a bike,
go on a walk.
Yeah.
I created a whole program for that reason because I'm kind of tired of trying to tell people that they can do handstand push-ups. I'm like, hey, this is my program. Here's the workout. It's handstand push-ups. What am I gonna do? And then you can see like the sheen lose their eyes as you're explaining to them the scaling process. They'd be like, and my new program is basically like, hey, I'm gonna win you over eventually. I hope that this.
Do you have it framed as that, or is it just like
in my head?
minimal?
And to my people who are curious of what it is, I wouldn't tell them that. But it's as if I could walk into a Hooters. Hey, you look fit. What do you do? Oh, here, this is what I do. And they look at it and they're like, oh, I can do that.
Yeah.
Mid at a jumping jacks, and I'm gonna look like you. I'm like, yeah, eventually. Like that's I look at it as a big old net, and eventually I'm gonna like roll them all in. That's the whole point of all this. Like you're sitting here with me and doing the YouTube videos because I want everybody. I want them all to be doing this stuff, and I think I'm just taking. You don't like cheese pizza? I talked about this on my call today. Everyone was waiting for you on the call today. You never showed up.
No.
I said
I didn't know.
There's a point in time where everyone wants cheese pizza and they want it from Chuck E. Cheese. That's garbage pizza, and cheese is like eh. And eventually everyone grows out of it. Eventually you want pepperoni, sausage, whatever. I'm offering like pepperoni. I don't know. Of a meat. There's meat lovers. I think meat lovers is CrossFit. And maybe I'm offering them ranch for their cheese pizza. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's Alexis's
like
style.
Not like a minimalist or low equipment, more starter.
I would say exactly that.
Starter intro program type of thing.
Right.
That's interesting.
And I think that like you and I could do it, and we could go hammer ourselves doing the same thing.
Oh, yeah.
I showed you one of them.
Yeah.
It was like the 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 Stairmaster with the rows in between with the RDLs.
That's a great workout.
We could hammer. I'd be like, hey, dude, we're using 70-pound dumbbells. It's going to hurt.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also, it'd be progressive. And also, that's a 45-minute workout. That's zone 2 training.
And it's also like a great intro to like, this is how we do it. It's not like the boring 4x10 this, 4x10 that, 4x10 this.
Correct.
It's like
yeah.
We're mixing it up and doing. Yeah.
And that's like very important, I think. You go into a Globo gym and you do see that. That's all you see.
Yeah,
What's your workout today? They pull up their RP app and it's 3x10 bench. And I'm like, I knew this when I was 16. And you're 40.
And it's like, how much more followable is 3x10 bench, but you've got this sprinkled in. You know, it's like 5-minute Stairmaster, 10 bench, 5 minute, 10, 5 minute, 10. And it's like, how much more followable is that? And how much more, like, you're not going to skip the Stairmaster like you were going to when it was at the bottom of that workout.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's there and you're like, that's it. I'm done. This is it. This is my way out.
I saw an interesting comment. I want to hear what you think about this.
On the video?
No, this was like on.
Just in general?
Somewhere else, yeah.
Okay.
It was, he said, it was something along the lines of, the programming, no, it was the workouts are not even a top 3 reason of why CrossFit works.
Is it leading with diet? Is that what you're getting at?
No.
All right.
think it has something to do. I think what his overall point is like we were just saying, like
random commenter when you say this.
Yes.
This is his point. Okay.
Random commenter is this is what I got out of that comment is basically it's not that the movements are so great or the whatever is so great. It's the way it all kind of like fits together. The social aspect of a CrossFit gym. And this is one thing I've thought about a lot is when I went to the gym on my own, whether it was like Globo Gym or try to do CrossFit on my own at the gym, if I want to work out that day, I'm like, I'll go at 4. 4 comes, I'm like, I'll go at 4:30. 4:30 comes, I'm like, I'll go at 5. 5 comes, I'm getting caught up with this, whatever. When you have a class that you have to get to, I think people are just that alone increases the likelihood of people going. Then you have the social on top of it. Then you have the workouts are less boring on top of that.
That's interesting. Well, you said it's not one of the top 3. That's one thing.
Social,
time,
or like structure of the thing.
Okay. So you're basically telling me that you don't remember the thing.
I don't remember the
diet.
Thing.
I said diet.
Diet.
Yeah. Which no one follows.
Yeah.
But they should.
Yeah.
Your shirt was cool. It was pretty funny. What was the? Oh, this is it.
Yep.
Wasn't there another one you were wearing, or you were doing something? Oh, Alexis was like, you don't eat. When's the last time you had sugar?
I haven't had any sugar, any added sugar since 2017. Christmas 2017.
And we were sitting there. We were eating sushi.
Yeah.
And Alexis was like dumbfounded.
Yeah.
And I go, dude, didn't you see his shirt? Right on the back it says no sugar. You think this man's a liar? You think he's a hypocrite? You think he's going to walk around wearing this shirt?
I follow this to the T.
Why don't you eat sugar?
I stopped eating sugar actually before I didn't even know what CrossFit was.
I was going to ask, when did you start CrossFit?
Yeah, I started CrossFit in 2019. So this was when I was 17. This was 2 years before I started CrossFit. I stopped eating sugar. So when I was young, I was like kind of a chubby kid. And
what's chubby?
Chubby.
How much you weigh now?
I weigh 195.
What'd you weigh then?
I like 135.
How tall were you?
I was like 4 something.
So you were chubby.
I was chubby.
Got it.
And I tried everything to like lose weight. Tried this, tried that. I used to just eat peppers like you. You used to just eat pickles because I thought they were good for you.
Yeah, pickles are good for you. So are peppers.
Yeah.
Carry on. Sorry.
And so I used to just eat this and that. And then at one point, one of my teachers, must have been like 3rd or 4th grade. She goes, "Oh yeah, I paid my kid $100 to not eat sugar for a year."
Shut up.
And I was like, "Okay, that's interesting." So I go home and I'm like, "Hey mom, would you pay me $100 to not eat sugar for a year?" She's like, "Sure." And so this was when I was like, I must have been 11 or 12. So I didn't eat sugar, and I think I made it like 6 months. My mom paid me $50 for the 6 months I made. I think I broke on like Halloween when I was 12 years old. And then
you weak 12-year-old son of a gun.
I know. But the rule we made was, and my mom's, so what happened is I agreed to not eat sugar, and then my mom walks in the house like 2 days later, I'm eating Captain Crunch.
Oh man.
And she's like, "That's sugar." I'm like, it's not like cookies or candy or anything like that. She's like, "That's sugar." So the rule we made for that year was it can't be within the first 3 ingredients.
Oh, that's
It's a good
Your
rule.
mom's smart.
Yeah. And so and then
not many people know that.
Mm-mm.
And this is what,
and I don't
10,
even know how
ago?
she knew that.
Yeah.
And so then I didn't eat I didn't eat anything for the first 3 ingredients, and then I broke like on Halloween or something like that. And then I think I ate sugar again for must have been until I was like 17. And then I remember one Christmas, I think I ate like almost 2 whole cheesecakes by myself.
What flavor? Regular?
It was just regular plain cheesecake.
That's disgusting.
I brought it to a Christmas party.
Oh no.
I brought 2 of them. I ate both of the whole 2 cheesecakes.
You ever see that meme where the dude is standing in the corner and he goes, "They don't know, but I just ate 2 rotisserie chickens in the car." And then everyone in the party is like dancing. Yeah. Why does he smell like chicken? It's like, that's you with cheesecake.
That was me. And instead of smelling like chicken, I was in the corner just like,
why does this dude look like he just ate 2 cheesecakes? They don't know I just ate 2 cheesecakes.
And
where's the cheesecake?
And so then I was like, okay, I got a problem. And at that time, I had gained some weight again. And I was like, what am I going to do? I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to eat sugar again. And I had been trying not to eat sugar, but I never made a rule. I was just like, I'm not going to eat sugar. And then somebody offers me a Reese's, and then somebody did this. And so I'm like, you know what? Hard rule. I will never eat sugar again.
Again?
Yeah.
I've tried to get you a couple times here.
Yep. And
but
I was
it's not like hard. It's like joking. But I'm like, hey, you want? Hey.
Yeah. And so I was like, I will never eat sugar again. And I was 17, and I'm like, there's no reason. Like, and then
when's the last time you got sick?
Must have been last spring.
Like normal.
Yeah.
You don't notice it. Did you notice anything crazy different from yourself to others?
I haven't had sugar in so long.
No, I mean like health wise. Alexis hit you with the. Hey,
I mean,
do you
I
take
like
any
to think-
pills? And you're like, no.
I like to think that my skin is pretty clear.
It is clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, very clear.
And my hair is pretty like doesn't like fall out or break super easy. And if I grow it out, it looks healthy.
Luscious.
So I think that and then energy, dude. Energy. I'm like this all the time.
Yeah, you're pretty good.
Never. If I don't eat, I'm like fine.
And you just know that relative to others? Or?
Yeah, like my girlfriend is just like, she doesn't eat for 5 hours. She's getting mad and angry.
You did the sugar thing? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's what happens with Alexis?
Yeah.
Have you seen her come in like
Yeah.
a fucking...
I think it's a sugar
like
thing.
a tornado?
You come up here and then you're having withdrawals.
And you've heard how she talks about sugar.
And you crash, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what I think.
Did you I know you saw. I got her this 5-pound chocolate heart from Costco
Yeah.
for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. And now she's just been IV dripping it and just taking a bite every 30 minutes.
I promise you, if that didn't say that it was from Italy, she would not have touched it.
Really?
Yeah. She would have thought it was just some gaudy Costco chocolate. But because it's from Italy, she's in. She's game.
Yeah.
Dang. So never again you'll eat sugar.
Yeah.
But you will eat bread.
I eat bread.
What's the difference between like a sugar and a bread? Doesn't it spike your blood glucose the same way?
Yeah, but one, a lot slower, and two, I can sit down and eat one piece of bread with my steak and eggs and then stop.
And like with a pack of gummy
Cheesecake.
bears,
With the cheesecake, I'll eat 2 whole ones.
Do you like ever reflect on that and just remember how good it was? Like a drug?
No. I think I maybe did it. Oh, Reese's. If you put a Reese's in front of me, I'll be like,
All right, now tell me this. What happens if you accidentally get slipped some?
I have. I accidentally took a sip of like some Coke one time, and
What happened?
it didn't taste
You
good.
trip? You weren't pissed? How'd you accidentally drink it?
I was out, and someone's like, "Yo, have a sip of this," and I'm like,
What if it was a 0? It
it
wasn't.
might have been.
Oh,
I wouldn't know.
okay. I remember I'm a pretty big anti-drinker.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like 17. First time I had a drink, I was 21.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, like, by the book. I'm not just like that with squat standards. I'm like that with drinking. Like, hey, the law says 21, I'll wait. And all my buddies were into it. And I remember they'd do that typical stuff where, like, their parents, and I was at a girlfriend's house at the time, and someone thought it'd be funny to, like, say, you want some of this? And I tried it, and I'm like, this tastes like shit. This is the worst thing I've ever had. What's up with this? And like, yeah, there's vodka in there. And I was like pissed. I was so mad. I don't know if I've ever been that mad. So I was curious if that ever happened with you.
Yeah, no, that's
no
actually
one's ever
happened
like,
once.
here, try this sandwich. There's like a Reese's baked in there.
No.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's good though. I would recommend it.
It'll be interesting
It's
to see.
easy because I create a hard line. It doesn't get blurred. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna try and eat less sugar, and then I'm somewhere and someone offers me something. I'll have it, and then a couple hours later, someone else offers me something. I'm like, oh, I guess I'll have some. You know, so it's just a hard line. It's like I don't eat sugar.
It's a quick trip to being obese.
Yeah.
I wonder
Which
if you'll
I
live
would
to be over 100.
Probably not.
Family history says no.
I don't know. Both my parents were like well over 300 pounds.
They're going to say 300 years old. My God. Your mom was?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how. Is she not anymore?
No. She does CrossFit now.
Hell yeah. What's she at? She'd be
Two-
like, Mason, what are you doing telling them my weight?
Like 230, 240 maybe.
So she's down a month. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Nearly 100.
Yeah.
That's cool. And that dude, that's how she knows about the
fasts.
sugar.
Yeah, she fasts. She works out.
Did they get you
She still eats
into
sugar.
it?
Huh?
How'd you start? They got you into it or what?
CrossFit?
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually kind of a funny story. I had been going to a CrossFit gym. The amount of oblivious I was to what was even going on. So I was going to a CrossFit gym for like a year and a half doing speed and agility with the coaches there.
Okay.
And so I'm like there, and there's like classes going on, everything. I'm just completely oblivious, like not even realizing that these are like people learning how to snatch and clean circuit,
yeah.
doing all my brain. I don't know. And then I went to college, and I was like looking for a part-time job, and so I went to the owner of the gym, and I was like, hey, I want to like get certified and learn and be able to do your speed and agility classes. And he goes, sure, go get this cert.
Oh, it was a level 1.
It was my level 1.
Oh, man. That's cool.
Yeah. And then I walked in.
That's how he was teaching his speed and agility classes, was via level 1 or what?
No, and then he had me, right as I got my level 1, he started having me shadow him, and he was like putting me into CrossFit.
What'd you think of the level 1?
It was like mind blowing. It was like Adrian Conway did mine, and I remember him giving the lecture, and he's like, when he said measurable, observable, repeatable, like my brain just exploded. And I was like, holy crap, everyone's been working out wrong all the time. This is nothing. And it was that measurable, observable, repeatable part. Like, I remember in the moment, it was like just a revelation to me. It was crazy.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
It's nuts that you got there almost on accident.
Literally on accident. Yeah.
You didn't see like, hey, I'm going to a CrossFit level 1 and you're thinking anything about it?
I didn't even know what CrossFit was. I didn't know. I had no anything.
Dude, you are an odd plant. That is insane.
Isn't that wild?
I don't know how many people have that sort of story going into it.
Mm-mm.
And now you're out here making videos about how Dave Castro's washed.
Yeah.
And you just wandered into the thing that he helped create on accident. You remember anything else from that? Like, what was it like learning how to do squats the way they said so and deadlifts the way they said so?
I could already. I mean, I didn't have a whole lot of reference points, so it was
brand new.
It was pretty easy for me. I mean, I've been doing like footwork stuff, and I think he had me do wall balls one time, and all that stuff. Like maybe wall balls. Maybe we'd done like some cleans at football, so I had a little bit of touch on some of that stuff. So that wasn't that weird to me. But again, I had like no reference point for how wrong everybody else was doing stuff and whatever. So it was just kind of like I was just in it.
I did mine at CrossFit Freedom in 2014 or 2015, my first level 1. And I remember I'd gone through college, exercise science, kinesiology. And the whole time I was like, yeah, I like this, I like this, I like this, I like, this sucks. What? And I would do this thing where I would just shut off. Mm-hmm. It's almost like when people talk about directions. I'm like, I got Siri. I'm not listening. And it happens. And I think people do that when it comes to a lot of things. Like, they just turn off. But I think if I wanted to learn directions, I could. Same thing with school and like calculus. I just don't have interest. It's not going to serve me. The level 1 was the first time where it was like, all of it I'm interested in, and all of it is awesome. Every single bit. And I'm like, and I want to know as much as I can about it to the core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how I was after. And I'm in the journal reading everything. And
after you took the level 1.
Yeah. This was a few months after like
you passed it the first time, the test?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. But I was gonna say it must have been weird for you because you already had so much knowledge, and then you go back and you're like reading this. Do you think?
Oh, it's so annoying. It was so annoying.
Because you're like, oh wow, the last 4 years were like, I just tuned out for no reason.
I remember pre-level 1, I was dabbling into like the Supple Leopard book, which was like CrossFit adjacent Kelly Starrett stuff.
Yeah.
And I remember and I believe I'm not paraphrasing or misrepresenting it. The deadlift was taught via starting from the top or starting from the bottom. Like, you can either brace your back and your core from a top down and basically do an RDL until your hands meet the bar, or you can hands on the bar and brace from the bottom up. And I remember I gave a presentation for one of my kinesiology courses, and the professor was like, this is not how you teach the deadlift. And I was like, according to who? And she goes, the textbook. And she's like, I don't know why you're telling any of us any of this. And I'm like, well, I read it in this book called The Supple Leopard. And she goes, yeah, if you can give the presentation again next week, it has to be by the book. It was insane.
That's wild.
And these were the same people at the time, by the way, that are like, yeah, don't squat below parallel. So I have like this embedded, like, I would call it hatred for that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
By the way, the chick's name was Kendall. That was my professor. And she reached out to me many years later. She goes, oh, you're at a CrossFit gym? I'd like to come stop by at some point. I'm like, that would be awesome. Please do.
And did she work out?
She didn't. She never came in. But I thought it was cool that she was interested.
So she was.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, interesting.
But at that moment, I was just like, this is insane. Like,
how were they teaching the deadlift?
And by the way, I've deadlifted 625 pounds via the methods basically that I learned in the Supple Leopard book. and some performance enhancement.
Yeah. So how were they teaching it before?
In the class,
Yeah. Do you
I
remember?
couldn't even tell
Blocked
you
it
because
out?
it's very much like directions. Like once I don't know, I don't care.
Yeah.
But it's not like, I mean, I remember don't squat below parallel. I can go find the book. I got it around here somewhere. We'll find it after.
Okay.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
but cool. Now you're the guy behind the YouTube videos.
Yeah. Now I'm in it.
And here's what I wanted to do with this. Your programming. I thought that it's only fair to like pull down Dave's pants if we pull down yours.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like you can just like stand there for the world to see.
Yeah, I like that.
So I'm gonna put it on that screen,
Okay.
and everybody will be able to see what we're talking about here.
Okay.
But I've got 2 weeks of Mason's programming.
Mm-hmm.
And would you consider yourself a programmer?
I have been programming for myself for the majority of my time doing CrossFit, which is about 7 years. I did a year of Mayhem, and when I first started, I did CompTrain when they were doing like the email list.
Sure.
But yeah, I would consider myself a programmer.
Love me some CompTrain.
Yeah.
Back before it was paid, or what? That's what you meant?
It was email. Like I would just get an email every day with the workout.
Back when he was creating Fraser and
Yeah.
Katrin and
Yeah.
all that. Chandler,
Mhm.
Brooke,
Yep.
Built by Bergeron, all those people.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Well, didn't I have a tidbit about that in a video? It was like built by Bergeron, destroyed by HWPO. That's pretty funny.
That's a good one. So I have Google Sheets with 5 years of programming. It has every single workout I've done for the last 5 years with the workout, my time, and then notes.
Come on.
Everything for the last 5 years. So I just grabbed a couple weeks, and that's what we're gonna
You
go
would
through
love
now.
Bill.
Bill Leahy,
Oh, yeah.
is he like that?
Very
too?
similar, but his isn't a Google sheet. It's a notepad.
Oh yeah,
And he
like
has
a
all of it.
paper.
No. Like a notepad app on his iPhone.
Oh.
And you can just scroll.
Oh yeah.
It's like the whole thing.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
So if you asked me what I did on March 7th, 2022, I could tell you what it was, the score.
So you got to put the stuff in that we did this weekend
Yep.
into your Google sheet.
Yeah.
You remember how many rounds and reps you got and all that?
Yeah.
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 And then you
And
got to
I've
write
got
in there.
I've got some where I missed for whatever reason,
Yeah,
but
I understand.
for the most part.
All right. So here's what we're going to we're just going to start at Monday.
Okay.
You've got every 3 minutes by 5 sets, 10 strict ring dip, 10 strict chin up, banded if needs, power clean and jerk. Why does it say that?
No, that's the next day you're looking at.
So here's why I said it all like that. I don't like it.
Why?
The format.
Why?
Just the format.
What about it?
It's me being picky. I don't like when movements are lowercase.
Oh.
I also don't like. I know it's your style.
Mm-hmm.
So this is me critiquing with my own style. I look at it and I was like already kind of lost, just because of bands if need. It wasn't simple enough for me. That said, it's got nothing to do with the actual workout.
Yeah.
It's just formatting. The workout itself, I would venture to bet that this is easy for you. Is it supposed to be easy for you?
It's supposed to be as hard as you make it.
10 strict dip, 10 strict chin up. Is there like a weight that you could add?
Yeah.
Is that in the notes that I didn't print out?
Yes.
Okay. So you would weight these.
Yeah. I'd probably do, I don't know, maybe like a vest.
Okay. And then all of a sudden I like it quite a bit. And then when you look at this, do you look at it as 50 strict dip, 50 strict chin up as a whole? Like, how do you look at it? Like, what's the purpose of it?
Yeah, it's mostly just like volume strict gymnastics, which I just like to do. I mean, I don't even think it's that complicated. You can mostly just throw those in there every once in a while. And so I just had this as 10 and 10, just get some strict volume in. What I like to do is vary the load, which would be like banded, whatever, and vary the
Oh, I see.
reps, obviously.
Uh-huh.
So maybe a different week, couple weeks or
So you
months
do
down the
the
line.
you do this for consecutive weeks.
Yeah.
Why are you all
And maybe
about
not
it?
consecutive. Maybe I'd have it 3 weeks later. I'd have 15 and 15 or something like that.
You know that makes it almost not CrossFit, right? When
How?
you do it consistently week over week. Why are you shaking your head?
Because I think that,
Linear periodization is not constantly varied.
yes, it is.
Linear periodization is constantly varied.
Yeah,
I'd love to hear this.
Don't you think?
No.
If you do something It's a form of variance. Doing something consistently and then not doing it is a form of variance.
Dang, you did rope me into that. I do like that.
So if I do a 6-week squat cycle and then I go down to squatting every other week, that's a form of variance.
Okay.
Agree or disagree?
I can't entirely agree, but
because if you look
I'm
at
not
things,
as like hard disagreeing with it.
if you look at everything as a big picture, then a form of variance would be having a chunk of things here and a chunk of things here, and
You mean like a life, like this is your life, and here's where you're
your
doing
training life.
some strict dips, some strict pull-ups.
Yeah, maybe a
wherever
little
you're-
bit more
you're gonna do
frequent
maybe-
here, a little less frequent here.
That's an interesting way to rationalize that it is still CrossFit, but I can get down with it.
Yeah. Because the variance isn't like, I mean, how else would it? How would it not be variance? How would
because
that
he's
not,
consistent.
it's not consistent.
Here's the deal.
If you look at
I
it,
did,
from,
I did a podcast with Zach the other day, and we had this whole talk about the steroid cycle.
Mhm.
I showed you that reel, right? Where it's like the best body is CrossFit and steroids, and then there's that tree at the bottom of it is just natural bodybuilding. Number one, it's a high five to CrossFit. Number two, it's a shun to the bodybuilding stuff, which is something that I told you I'm into.
Yeah.
Like I love bodybuilding. I did it and I saw it and I've lived it. And I'm like, this is my best body. It's on steroids and it does CrossFit.
Yeah.
So it's cool that I've lived through the cycles of what I talked about there. But Zach goes, hey, dude, do you mean like CrossFit? Or do you mean like how you do CrossFit? Because like how I do it is more similar to what you're saying, which is still like, as you're describing it, constantly varied. But he's saying that CrossFit is .com, where 5K row, and you don't see it again for 6 months.
That's another form. I do that too. Variance.
So you're
So
saying
even
no
on that-
matter what,
Even on the point you
with
just
the way
made,
you're presenting it is no matter what, it's constantly varied. I could do
not if I do the same
if
workout
at
for the
this
rest
point
of
in
my
my
life.
life I do 10 straight weeks of only 1 rep max back squat singles.
10 straight weeks.
That's just this phase of life. This is just this season. It's this season of life. I'm going to vary it. My next 10 weeks after that is going to be all deadlift singles. Oh, and that's going to be that season. And all of a sudden, it's constantly varied because I got 2 different blocks of my life.
That's a pretty big section, but
Some people might think 3 freaking cycles of it is big.
yeah.
Damn.
I mean, Greg literally early on in .com, you want to talk about .com, when Greg was programming it, he programmed the same workout with a different starting chipper with a different starting one every day for like 8 days in a row or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked that.
It's the same
Did
workout.
you like that?
I like that. It's variance. It's an interesting form of variance, but it's still variance.
What if that's how the games were programmed next year?
It's just like the same
Workout in 10 different ways.
Dave's like,
Oh my God, it's all machines. It's every machine on Rogue Fitness, and they're all 50 cals, and you just do them in different orders. And it's like, you thought High Rocks was cool. Just wait till you see what I can do in my sleep. Dude, we're only 1 workout into this.
okay, well, let's get this out of the way real quick.
Please.
So I think with what you're saying, something happens, and then 6 months again, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen until 6 months later. Even with that, you're still looking at it as a big picture life training.
Okay.
So you can't avoid zooming out.
Okay.
And so my point is, if you can zoom out enough, if you zoom out,
I just really don't like it. I don't like.
why?
Because all of a sudden you're saying literally anything is constantly varied. That's what I just heard. Or
Not
at
if
least
the varied doesn't happen. If it's just constant.
constant deadlift singles.
Constant
for
deadlift
10
singles.
weeks. All right. I'm not sure we're going to land on anything. I hope that somebody like Adrian Conway comments on this. And he's like,
Yeah.
boys, this is what you actually need to know.
Yeah, somebody
Like,
smarter than me.
Thank you, Adrian Conway. I'm going to offload this to smart people more intelligent than me. Maybe Hobart will see this.
Yeah.
Maybe they can do a
Yeah,
show
is
on
a
it.
6 week
Chase
is
and
a
Bill
6 week
can do it.
linear progression variance.
I'm going to say no. But you're just persuasive. But I'm going to stay with no.
It's also within
I've always said my program is not CrossFit. because I have 6-week cycles.
Interesting.
It's not a CrossFit program.
It's also still in pursuit of increased work capacity.
It sure freaking is. All right. For time, cap of 12 minutes. 100 goblet squats in all lowercase letters with 70 pounds. Every 2 minutes and at 0, do 15 calories on the bike.
Yep. That note says immediately following the Metcon, do 20-minute spin on the bike.
Oh.
At damper 2.
Which bike?
C2.
C2 bike? So that whole thing's C2 bike?
Yep.
Okay. How long does 15 calories take you?
47 seconds.
It's pretty good. Did you finish this workout? You remember?
Yeah, it was like maybe 9 something.
I like this Monday. I like it a lot. I like it as it is. I haven't looked at any of the rest of it. I like it because you went upper body, lower body. Clearly, you're hammering the lower body. I like the idea that, well, here's the deal. At this point, and for the way that I program things, I know people like to get into this sucks and sweat and pain, and I like the structures of it where there's incentive to push harder and to move quicker. Like you can't just rest on your laurels and wait to pick up the the dumbbell or whatever it is you're squatting with. Could it be a kettlebell? What did you use?
Kettlebell.
Kettlebell?
Mm-hmm.
I would have used a dumbbell. I don't know. For some reason, I like it. It just feels smoother.
Yeah.
100 goblet squats is a menace. It's going to hurt the next day. What I'm thinking about leading into the next day is what are you doing with your legs? What are you doing with your upper body? What are the planes you're going to be using? Are you going to be doing a lunge? Are you going to be doing a deadlift? Are you going to be using your upper body at all? Will it be sore? Those are what I'm thinking without having seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool?
Yep. I wanted to ask you this. What do you think about the 20-minute bike at damper 2 at the end?
There's your zone 2.
Yep.
And it's at a state in which I call this low effort conditioning because you've messed yourself up. I don't know what your max heart rate is, but I'd imagine like you can get it up into the high 80s and 90s, right? 190. Yeah.
I don't know.
You have no idea.
Mm-mm.
So like the fitter I was, the higher I could get it. Like my max, I believe at all time is like 207.
Wow.
And I don't know if wow is now. It's just what it was. I remember Street Horner
I
did a
thought the max
workout
was
once.
like 220.
Yeah, but that's the same stuff that I tried to unmess myself up with in exercise science via CrossFit. And also it was a wrist worn heart rate, right? So it's not chest strap.
Super
It's not
accurate.
finger with red diodes in it. I do know that Street was doing a swimming workout one day and it was at 203 basically the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Dang.
Yeah. And like maybe there's something about him being horizontal and his heart rate, and maybe there's about the water in the sensor in his Garmin watch. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But to your point, I like that the intensity will rev you up close to it. And then there's something about conditioning afterwards. Like you could walk at a high effort and your heart rate just won't go as low as it would ever take for it to get as high doing the same walk.
One of the hardest workouts I've ever done was every 4 minutes, 4 sets, 4 deadlift. It was like 90-something%.
Okay.
16 cal assault bike.
Okay.
Immediately after finishing the last one, walk a mile.
Just at all. Like just walk, survive.
My sister had her arm under my arm and was like crutching me around.
I'm guessing she didn't also do the work. I was just okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I almost couldn't even like stand up on my own. And that mile's like one of the things that I remember. This was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I really like that. It's something I did a lot during the pandemic. I don't know why.
Where you would like
mess myself up and then just easy moving.
Mm-hmm.
So
I really like it. It kind of goes back to what we were talking about with the fast twitch, slow twitch, anaerobic, burn it out. Then you're working specifically in that anaerobic state.
Very neat.
You're not allowing yourself to go out of that because you've already burnt it.
Very neat.
And
Cool.
that's also why I said a low damper.
I do honestly wonder how many people will hear that for the first time, this conversation we've had, and like implement it. 'Cause I think it's like I have one personal training client left. I have him do it all the time.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want to bucket it into the benefits from a zone 2 perspective and like the aerobics you're going to get out of it, it's like a great spot to lose some extra weight.
Yeah.
Which is what this guy is into.
And
a lot of people are into.
And feel better the next day.
Yeah.
Which we talked about.
Because you're not just, dude, you ratted me out on our video. You're like, Hiller laid on the floor after the 13.4.
Okay,
And number one,
you didn't lay on the floor. You were hunched
Sitting.
over.
Sitting. And then hunched. I was on my forearms and I'm like, I have never gone to my back. Number one, I'll never think of a floor of in a gym is anything that I want to actually put my skin on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So on top of the fact that I
reasonable.
think there's something to moving your body after like throwing, people call it lactic acid. It's not. It's metabolic waste, mostly a hydrogen ion buildup that makes all of your muscles explode. But you need that out.
Mm-hmm.
It's not lactic acid. It is acid. It's acidic, and the fact that like your pH balance is off. That's a topic for another discussion. But the best you can do to remove it is move. Is that what you meant? It's better for tomorrow. You'll feel better tomorrow. Yeah. Removing the waste. Okay. All good stuff. And I hope somebody like does it.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. Like mess yourself up, move for 20 minutes. How? I don't care. Go on the stairs for, I like the stairs. It's one of my favorite things. Like go on the stairs at level 1. And you're just barely moving. All right, Tuesday.
Okay.
And we're looking for what not to do.
Okay.
10-2, 10-8-6-4-2, power clean and jerk. Rest exactly 1 minute between all reps for max load. Oh, this is like Gwen.
Yep.
Is this Gwen? Gwen is 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gwen's 15-12-9. This is 10-8-6-4-2.
Did you rip it from Gwen or?
I did.
You did?
Yeah. I also ripped it from, you remember that workout we were talking about from the 16 Road to the Games, Fraser and Froning?
Yeah.
I ripped it from that as well.
That's kind of cool. That's cool. I like that. Why a minute?
I wanted something short to where it's like, oh, I got to pick this back up.
So would you use like 135?
I would do this probably about 135. I would probably shoot for 155.
Have you done Gwen?
I have done Gwen, I believe.
I when I program
to
Gwen,
check my-
which I do probably every half year, maybe quarterly, like a 5K row. You know, constantly varied.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once every quarter.
Once a quarter. I put on a 5-minute interval. So like you do the 15 at 0, you do the 12 at 5, you do the 9 at 10, and I think it's just like a good way to test.
Yeah.
What do you think you could do Gwen at weight wise? Because it's for
15,
load, and you have to do the
12,
load at the same weight, and it's trippy when you do it on the 5-minute interval. Because when you do it, from what I gather, you can rest as long as you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can rest as long as you want up here, or you can rest as long as you want up here.
Yeah.
But you can't let the bar sit on the floor. I
So
really like
gross.
it. It's
So
gross. That would be a crazy like games workout, but it'd be hard because, like, what if you fail? You're out.
That's why it would be a good games
Yeah.
workout. That would be fun to watch.
Bring it up, Dave.
Yeah.
Bring it out.
What was the question?
Wait, what do you think you could do on that? Is it pretty similar to
Yeah,
this?
probably 165 maybe.
Oh, that's heavier than this.
Mm,
I think that this is easier than Gwen.
yeah, no, you're right.
The 12 is insane. And then the 9 is
Yeah,
insane.
yeah, no, I couldn't do it that heavy. Yeah, probably like 145
Next workout. 145?
for Gwen.
Yeah. Is that what you said? 10 pounds more? It's just a weird number. It like hit me
Yeah.
that it's just like 145.
Well, if it's for max load,
Yeah, I
I'll
get
throw
it.
those
Okay,
fives
okay.
on.
Yeah, I get it. I think it's weird. Every 2 minutes by 4, 12-man makers.
Yep. Push up, row.
Are you kidding me?
What?
What about the squat clean thruster? Yeah, there's no squat clean thruster. Just push up row.
Yeah. Is that not what a man maker is to you?
Is there not a squat clean into it? I thought it was like half a devil's press, but instead of going overhead with them, you take them into a rack and squat into a thruster.
Oh,
I'm gonna need to.
I've only known man makers as a push up row.
I think that's called something else.
Well, that's what I meant. Push up row.
And you're just doing them every 2 minutes for 4 sets,
Yep.
12 of them. Dude,
Yeah.
it's more pulling and pushing, and it's in back-to-back days.
Mm.
And it's in a similar, no, it's not a
Nope.
similar plane. You're going
Yeah,
horizontal here.
Different plane.
I would say strict dip is more horizontal than it is vertical, but I'm also not opposed to doing this.
Yeah.
But
And the
if you
push up
have it-
is kind of a little bit less relevant
Then the row.
than the row.
Okay. And then you got one more piece on here. Every 3 minutes by 3 sets, active hang and handstand hold.
Yep.
What is this interval you got? 45 to 115? Is that just like how long?
Just like, the goal time.
And then handstand hold.
And that's just a little scap activation.
I don't think many
stuff.
people do this stuff either.
Yeah. I think it's good.
Like, dude, I have been to quite a few affiliates, and I've looked at a lot of programming,
Mm-hmm.
and it's always amazing to me how few people do isometrics.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
agree.
the muscles do more than contract.
Mm-hmm.
And like people are just so enamored with singles these days because yes, it's easier, and yes, it's the best way to get the best score, but just like doing power clean singles isn't the same as doing power clean touch and go reps.
Yeah.
Isn't the same
I
as
agree.
doing an isometric rep. You're missing the eccentric, you're missing the isometrics. I like that. I just hope that you don't have more pressing tomorrow. Wednesday. Every 3 minutes by 3 sets, 3 slow back squat. That's an interesting way to say that because everyone's got their like 50x 4832 tempoed.
I don't like that. I like because the problem I've seen with tempo is they're like, oh, I'm gonna go 3 seconds down, and then you're like 1, 2, 3, and they,
Yeah.
and the 3 is like the top quarter.
I mean, slow makes it easy.
Slow is like go as slow as you can the whole time.
And at about 50%, which I got no problem with it being about 50%. It's probably about appropriate. And then on 12, what does on 12 mean?
Because it's on 0. The first part is on 0, on 3, on 6.
And then this looks kind of Tabata-y, like
12.
a double Tabata or reverse Tabata, 40 on, 20 off.
No off.
Just 40 seconds.
Just 40 seconds.
A single set.
Yep.
All back squats.
Yep.
What inspires this?
I was thinking about ways to vary my strength my strength training. So the way I think about my strength,
you're varying it.
The way I think about strength is, it's constantly varied.
Of course, every 3 weeks.
Functional movements,
back squat,
high intensity, heavy.
Okay. Goblet squat versus wall ball versus domains. Back squat, front squat, overhead squat versus this is heavy.
Yeah.
Okay. So and then you roll from there.
Yep. So that's the way I like to train my strength, is literally just basically take CrossFit and just be like, okay, yeah, but it needs to be heavy and short.
Okay. 40 seconds of max squats suck.
Yeah.
You get like
and
what, a dozen?
What I like about this too, I think you'd probably get, a dozen. The difference between 12 and 13 is gross and hard.
12 and 13 reps?
Yes.
It is. Yeah. You need a couple more seconds in there.
What do you think about that one?
The next workout? Minute on, minute off by 5 sets.
Yep.
20 meter run. Max deadlift 225.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. That's a very cool workout.
Run really, really fast, and then do as many deadlifts as you can really, really fast.
So what do you do at 200 in? Like 35? 40 seconds?
I was doing it in 35 to 40.
What do you run it on?
I was running outside when I did this.
Outside?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
that's
the
gross.
legs got heavy, but you don't have time. You don't have time to let your legs be heavy.
That would be a cool workout to see. I think I told you that earlier today. Often I'll be in the middle of a workout and I'll go, I'd like to see a lot of people do this.
Yeah.
And like when I have the online program, of course, I see a lot of people do this. Do it. This would be a cool games workout.
Yeah.
And it's pretty simple. You can have them do it. You could watch it. You could move the bar up. You can have the judges move the bar up.
Mm-hmm. And just do you just move them up every, what?
10?
10, 11, 12, something like every 12 probably. Because I think I was getting like 8, 9, 10.
Whatever it would be, maybe you just move it after the round.
Or have different bars.
I think I like skip over the bars and I get to the next bar. Because I imagine they'd have like the 10 lanes and they'd have to do a loop and they'd have to get in. And you don't want them like running over bars or losing time. I wouldn't. But I would think
you could just roll the bar off to the side if you had enough room.
To have like a big old, like the World Fitness Project scoreboard up there.
Oh, yeah.
And there's just like a rep counter.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Going into the final round. This could be a good final workout of the CrossFit Games. They'll lunge to the finish. You just have them like sprinting and pulling for all they're worth. The thing is, I'd probably give them 315, 225 for the women.
At the games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also, it would be trippy with movement standards on a final workout like that. That's why it's really easy to do the lunge to the finish.
I think that might be heavy enough that it wouldn't be that bad.
Correct,
do you think?
What was the workout? Well, it was 185. That's why it was trippy.
Yeah.
2024, they did a rope climb deadlift workout. And I remember everyone's deadlifts was just, they weren't great.
Yeah.
But I really like the workout. I also like how you're going into the GHD after a deadlift workout. There's something about me that likes when you do the opening of the chain along with the hinging, kind of hit it the other way. You're hinging, but you're hitting your core.
Yeah.
Closing the chain. Strict hanging knee raise. Cool. You're hanging 2 days in a row. I don't care. Thursday, off.
Yep.
Why? Every week, always Thursday off?
I'm a little hit and miss on that, but yeah, usually I just take Thursday off.
When do you write these for yourself to do?
The week of.
The week of?
And oftentimes when I'll write, I'll write something and I'll be like, oh, next week I'm going to do this to kind of complement that or whatever. So sometimes I'll have like notes weeks in ahead, but usually I write it Sunday.
Got it. Okay. Sunday for the week.
Mm-hmm.
Friday, you're snatching.
Yep.
You're doing a complex. That's about how I see that.
Yep.
You're getting overhead.
Yep.
You got to touch on that
That's pretty much
twice a week, right?
My goal with this, and the reason I did hang, power, high hang specifically, is because I've been really working on getting the last pull, so once it like crosses my hips, to be more vertical instead of a hinge. So getting back underneath and doing more of like a jump rather than I'm bent over and crossing.
Right.
That's specific to athlete. I have a really squatty build, so that's the reason I was working on that. Some other people, it wouldn't be as important. What do you think?
I just like I like all of it. I like the idea of it. I like that it's on a Friday. I like that it's after a rest day. I got nothing else to say about it. Good. What I don't like about this next one is that I've seen a lot of intervals. I think all of these have been interval-y. Mm-hmm. There's like a minute rest on Tuesdays, clean and jerk. Man makers run an interval. Even the goblet squat had like an interval baked in with the this is where you start.
I always do that.
Always on intervals. Mm-hmm. I'd like to hear why. I still won't like it.
I like it because it keeps me on track. And I've had times where I'll be like, okay, 5 sets of this. And it takes me 40 minutes because I get distracted talking to somebody or getting on my phone or something. And the interval just keeps me.
I mean, I like this workout. 50 cal row, 200 double under. Like, that's nasty. Mm-hmm. That's cool. I like it. I don't like the rest 1 minute. Just
I did
do
that.
3 runs for time. Or do like, I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, 15-minute AMRAP, 50, 200.
So I purposefully did the 1 minute rest. Actually, I wrote it as 50 and 200, and I'm like, no, I want to add the 1 minute rest to make you have to row just a tad faster.
Or do the double unders more unbroken.
Exactly. Yeah.
You bastard.
So,
damn, you're getting me back a
so
little bit.
That
it's
one,
like everything's a spectrum. I'm like, I hate it. There's so many intervals. Like, something's got to give. And I'm like, that was like a 9. I was like, it's like a 7. It's like, it's better. Okay. I like that. That's good.
Yeah. And so, and another goal with this is, so when I train or when I program, one of my major goals is to just do as many things that I don't see as possible.
What have you not seen of this?
200 double unders straight is rare.
210 quarterfinal.
Yep.
2021.
Mm-hmm. It's true. And
you know that workout?
Yeah.
Shut up. What were the other movements?
Oh, wait, quarterfinals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
maybe that is a semifinal.
I thought you were
semifinal.
I thought you were talking about the double under wall walk that ended with 210.
Also that one. That's also 2021.
And those were each 1 set?
Yeah. It was 3, 6, 9, 15, 21.
Mm-hmm.
Wall walk double under. Always had a 0 to the double under. All right. Reverse hyper. Not many people have access to that. Sandbug bear hug carry. I see how your accessory pieces work. You have what? I
have in the notes for the reverse hyper, just do it on a GHD.
You did that the other day to warm up in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that. It's good.
Okay.
Low backs often have problems. And so I think.
Not yours, though?
Huh?
Not yours?
Not anymore.
I was reading up about sleeping on the floor yesterday.
I'm not going to
Seriously.
say it. I'm not going to say it.
You're not going to say what? Like the Liver King?
That I've been sleeping on the floor.
You have been? Up here?
No. Like at home, I've slept on the floor probably like half my life.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's that going?
Good.
Damn, Alexis is going to freaking clap.
I knew.
When she
That's why I didn't
that.
want to say it.
I can't wait to tell her.
Because I think like.
Why do you do that?
Well, I've partially done it just so I can sleep in my siblings' room and hang out with them. But recently it's turned into, I think, like, I was thinking about it and I'm like, man, like rolling out and massage and stuff is so good. And it's like, if you sleep on the floor, you're getting that all night. Your muscles are being slightly compressed and moved a little bit. And so that was kind of like why I started a little bit.
Interesting. And your body's cool? Yeah?
Yeah.
You sleep better on the floor? How's that bed?
No, not better, but
what do you
probably
mean
about
not
the
better?
probably
how,
about
how
the
would
same.
you know? Like, what's the comparative? Like, how
many times I wake up to roll over?
And you don't
or
wear
something.
anything on your wrist, like you don't have a Whoop or a Garmin or anything, an Aura ring. I was looking into it because, and the best thing I saw of it was if you sleep in something too soft, and someone could just say get a firmer mattress, which is fair.
Mm-hmm.
If you sleep on something hard, it's very similar to the phenomena of deadlifting barefoot, or doing CrossFit in anything other than Metcons.
Just like the proprioception.
Rad shoes. Like this, we were watching that High Rocks race yesterday, and we're just looking at people run around in their squishy shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought, I'm like, they kind of theoretically that makes sense in relation to the body, the skeleton, and being able to relax into the floor on a hard surface versus your body constantly searching for tension at night. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And people are going to think you're crazy, and I'm going to think, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm going to try it out. I'm going to go sleep on the floor for 2 months.
Yeah.
And I'll report back. Maybe I'll look like a hunchback, or I'd look like the opposite.
I don't think so.
Rich at one point on one of his podcasts somewhere said he sleeps with one pillow.
Yeah.
And I tried to sleep with one pillow one night, and I'm like, damn, this is hard. But he also has phenomenal overhead position.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Interesting.
And I think that the fact that
if you sleep on the floor, you're going to need more than one pillow.
Maybe I'll have...
You'll need a body pillow.
No, I'll sleep on my back with my hands on my hips. And
feet up on the ground.
Dude, Wadapalooza 2020, maybe it was 2019. It was the year that I was in a division with Guy. Guy won the division. I was winning going into Sunday, and he beat me. And then I couldn't swim well relative to everyone else. I finished fourth, but I got a picture with him. It's kind of funny in the retrospect. But anyway, I remember we got this Airbnb with a bunch of people from my gym, and I remember one of the people was like stirring all night, like restless sleeper, getting in and out of the bed, going to the bathroom, turning the light on, and I was like, I went to the floor. I'm like, maybe I could sleep on the floor. I couldn't, and all I could think last night is, it would have been nice to have the capability to sleep on the floor.
That's
like,
also
you never
true.
know when you're going to be like Batman.
Yeah,
which you've never seen. Maybe there's a Batman movie where he's just sleeping on the floor, and I'm like, that's going to be me.
Yeah.
It's cool to hear you do it too. When you said I've been doing it, I thought you meant here.
Oh, no.
I'm like, is the bed that uncomfortable?
No,
like,
none of the bed's nice here.
All right. Thank God. There's like a mattress top around it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Saturday, 5 rounds, 50-foot walking lunge, front rack walking lunge, another rest, 7 burpee pull up, 1 minute rest, 3 round, 50-foot burpee bar muscle up, just bar muscle up.
Yep.
It looks like it's kind of modeled after an open workout.
Yep.
20. Whenever there's front rack lunges, I've kind of just fallen into dumbbells, which is whatever. 95. Oh, you increase the load.
Yeah.
You have 2 bars here? Or you
no, I just
change the
increased
weights?
it.
I guess you have a minute rest.
Yeah.
Like every other workout you've had this week. When you program for yourself, I'm assuming it's just, it would be really nice to program for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you can choose something like 7 bar muscle ups, so you can say, 5 would be easy, 7's kind of crappy.
Exactly.
And on that last set, you'll be like, I wrote this for me. I got to be able to do 7. If I can't do 7, I don't know me.
Which is also why I have a 1 minute rest and everything.
Oh my God. What does that even mean?
Like anytime, especially this open workout, it was like thrusters, chest to bar, rest 1, thruster, bar muscle up. For some reason, whenever there's 1 minute rest, I don't know if it's my pacing, I don't know if it's my just whatever, but 1 minute rest messes me up. Anytime I see 1 minute, I just don't do good on the workout. So that's why I do it often in my own training.
Imam 5, 10 seconds straddle L on parallettes.
Yep.
Is that what you were telling me the other day?
Yeah.
Hands in the middle?
Yeah.
Straddle L?
Mm-hmm.
I never tried that.
We got to try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. You've been working on it for a while.
Yeah.
This is from a couple months ago you sent me this, right?
Yeah, it is.
This is like a couple months ago programming?
Yeah, end of last year.
Okay. Every 3x3, 45-second max strict press with the bar plus some weight, lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
Rest 15, 45-second max ring row. You can only rest at the top of the strict press.
Yep.
Whoa. Yeah. The only major critique, I don't think you're missing anything. I don't see ring muscle up, which is fine, but you do have
Bar.
dip. You have bar muscle up. As I just look, not many machines. No bike, no fan bike, no biker or assault bike, echo bike.
Mm-mm.
Why?
I don't know.
Because you hate machines?
Yeah.
And you're just taking it out on Dave on that other video?
Exactly.
All
I
right.
just didn't have it this week.
So we did that week. I have an idea what everything looks like. I have another week here.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna look over it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go workout by workout.
Okay.
What were you gonna say?
I was just saying, just do each workout really quick, and then I'll just give you like.
Oh, I just want to go. I want to go just bash through. I just want to look at it.
Okay.
I don't want to go workout by workout.
Okay.
If you're cool with that,
That's cool.
I want to see if everything's
I
on
do
the
have a
interval.
few things I wanted to say though. So
That's
you
cool.
You can read, and then I'll.
I see zombie legless. That's cool. I see rope climbs, which is something we didn't see week 1. Bench bar muscle up. That's a very cool workout. The 18-12-6. Look at a 3-round for time workout. That's new. I like, dude. This week's better. We should have just looked at this week. Tuesdays is excellent. I don't have much to say as I just look at it, and everyone else can look at it as well. You got Nordic curls, which is nice and not often seen.
Dude, we should have.
And this is actually far easier for me to read.
We should have done this one.
Are you thinking the same thing? I have all this stuff to say.
Yeah, I have so much to say.
What is a GHD row?
Dude, that's what I was just about to tell you.
Tell me.
You get into the row like you're like hip extension. You have 2 dumbbells. You can use as much hip extension as you want to get it up.
How interesting. It's kind of like what you said about the box step over.
Yeah.
It's still quarter
to
extremity.
extremity.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Earlier, Mason was saying how I was telling him how much I hate the box step over, and he goes, "Why? It's still quarter extremity."
No,
But
because you were talking about the step. You were talking about the step over when they swing it,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, that's still quarter extremity. They're still producing that energy.
Yeah, and I still don't like it. But again,
Yeah.
it brought me down a notch.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about on this?
There's actually a lot. So
Hit me with what you got.
So the GHD row, and then look at the shuttle run. This is like basketball, like high school basketball workout. And I want you to notice the 1 minute rest, 2 minute rest, 3 minute rest. So the rest increases, and the goal is to just be able to keep those shuttles in the same, like at the same pace.
Okay.
So the rest is increasing to allow you to continue doing
So you're going
that
just
intensity.
hard. You're going hard.
Mm-hmm. And the shuttle is 50 feet instead of 25. So it's a little bit
You must
more.
have a big gym.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the increasing rest on that. I think I got that from shuttle to overhead. The increasing rest. I was like, holy crap, this is so cool. It can allow for so much intensity.
Does it Dave Castro's washed in Bosman? That was so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I see you.
Okay. On Monday we have 3-2-1 rounds.
Yeah, we should have done this one.
Of this. So the rounds decrease, the reps stay the same. So it's a form of like a 21-59. It's following your regression.
So you go 3 rounds, rest 3, 2 rounds, rest 3, 1 round time.
Yeah.
Cool.
So again, it's just a way to, I think, get so much intensity out of one thing that you wouldn't be able to get if you just did 4 rounds or whatever.
Very cool workout. Dang, how many toes to bar is that? 1545.
It's only like 100.
Okay, it's not that many.
Um,
I do like saying that sort of stuff, and people are like, he said it's not that many. It's a lot. But it's not that many. It's 90.
EMOM 10, 3 deficit deadlift. This is a big thing for me. I think a lot of people stick to deadlift off the floor, and it's just a kind of shortened range of motion. So I like adding a deficit because it forces you to, it's different. It's variance. It's get down there. Like it's a little bit of an extra pull. And then I like the EMOM 10 deadlifts. That's hard. That's
It is hard. It's very hard.
Yeah. So I think I did this at like
45%.
I think
that would be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I think I did this at like 185 or something like that.
Yeah, that would be me doing them at 255 today.
Yeah, that's too much.
For who? It's my percentage.
I guess maybe not for you,
bro.
And then the bench one you already said was cool. I specifically did that with the goal of making it so like on the last set you want to do the bar muscle up unbroken. That's 6, but it's gonna be nasty because your chest is just gonna be trashed.
I like how you went from, and you have a habit of doing this, smashing your upper and then using your lower. At least you have a habit over these 2 weeks that we're looking at.
Yep. And then the only other one I wanted to do was messing with the damper.
Oh, look,
I wanted
you
to
did the same back squat, but different.
Yeah.
Messing with the damper.
Messing with the damper. So that's 5 sets, 20 cal damper at damper 9, 20 cal at damper 6, 20 cal at damper 3. It's just a little bit of a different feel, like you're going from the heavy down to the light. So I think that's cool. I really like that workout.
That is cool.
So yeah, that's it.
I like this 2 round for time. I don't see very many of them, but I have written a lot of them like this myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see many other than my own. Or I'll go like
a
handful of movements with the 40s, but it's 2 rounds of the 40s.
Yeah.
And no rest. Look at that. Cap 20.
Yep.
I mean, I nitpick about the style, but
the style of the way I wrote it.
Yeah. I don't like cal row, but again, it's you writing for you and you know what you wrote. Yeah.
I have some stuff where I'm like GHD double, and it's got like 5 abbreviations. Mm-hmm. And I brought one of my friends to work out who doesn't CrossFit, and he's like, "What on earth
exactly.
is this?"
That's what I talk about.
Yeah, it was like single arm dumbbell shoulder to overhead, SADBS2OH.
And you know.
Yeah, and I know, right? Is like when I look at that and I'm like, oh yeah.
All right. So I can give you a grade, 0 to 100.
Yeah.
But I need to know what you're trying to accomplish first.
With my training?
Yeah, like what would you, if you can recall, what were you trying to do during this time?
So
I don't want you to look at it. I want you to look at me.
I've been doing CrossFit for almost 7 years.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've touched a lot of stimuli. And so my goal recently has been to provide myself with stimuli that I haven't felt like I've hit before, or like very different stuff. On top of that, I'm trying to really make sure my back is strong and try and heal my shoulder. So
I don't want you to look at that.
That's why I've had a lot of the scap pull-ups, stuff like that. And then on top of that, just try and make it fun and interesting.
What inspires you to make it look like what gives you the thought? You said the shuttle to overhead was the one.
Yeah.
But like, where do you garner something as someone who took the level 1 on accident in 2019 to then bring yourself to the point where you've programmed for yourself on these things and been confident enough for someone like me who eviscerates programming on the regular to do it with you in front of me?
You didn't give me a choice.
You're right. Well, no, it was your idea, but you wanted to do it in a different format.
Yeah. What gives me the confidence? Is that what you're asking?
Who are you to write workouts for yourself like this and then feel okay to also talk to me about them?
Time. Do you know how many stupid workouts I've written? Like,
I don't.
Pure, like the most dumb workouts you've ever seen. I think I'll give you an example. One of the workouts I wrote when I was first started programming for myself, must have been like 2020 or 2021, was like 10 rounds, 50-foot handstand. No, 15 rounds, 50-foot handstand walk, 3 back squat at 315. I had no business.
That sounds like World Fitness Project Tour Stop 2 Event 4.
Was it?
I just made that up.
I'm like, they wouldn't do something like that crazy.
No, it's not.
That would hurt. That would be too hard on the athletes.
Sounds like Rogue Event 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it was 3, but it was the one with the sandbag and the dumbbell, and it was the Josh Bridges madness.
Yeah.
It's close.
It's close.
Minus the handstand walk plus the same bending, squatting.
But I had no business doing something like that. And I got capped. And so my point is, like, I've just done it so many times. I feel like I know a lot about what's going to provide the stimulus I want, what is a valuable stimulus, etc. So that's where
All right. So as I look at this with what you said with your goal in relation to how you've built it, how is it that I look at it and I think that it's more thought out and progressive than what Will Morad has written for the World Fitness Project Tour Stops this past year? Like, what do you think his goal is, and how do you think he would answer the question about like what gives him the right, other than, hey buddy, that's Jackson Terry smacking Will on the butt. Here's 15 mil, baby. Write me some workouts.
I think 15 mil could give you a lot of confidence.
That's a great point. Okay.
I'd have a lot of confidence if I had 15 mil.
Yeah. Okay. I know where yours came from, and his came from just that.
I don't know. I don't have an Instagram. I don't even keep up with this stuff.
You know what's going on this. You know enough.
I plead the fifth.
I'm always just curious if he's like, I wish I had seen this. I wish I had seen this. I wish I had seen this.
It will.
Yeah. /
he's got, well, and this is the other thing too. not only have I messed up so many times, but I have so many good years, 2014, 2017, 2018, of other people's programming, 2022. I have so many good years of other people's programming that I also know from that. And that's another thing, too, is like, I don't know where he's coming from. I mean, he's got good examples.
Yeah, but I think he's probably trying pretty hard to steer clear from that. Like, he would never say, I was inspired by
his whole thing is inspired by...
Yeah, but he won't say it.
Doesn't matter.
Did you watch the Mayhem podcast? Dude, he says, when I'm in an airport, which I am all the time, because he's always traveling.
Flex.
Yeah. He says it in more or less words than that. I'm paraphrasing.
When I'm in my private airports.
Yes.
When I'm in a private jet.
Oh, my God. He says, and people ask what I do, and all I can think is, like, how many people ask what you do? Like, maybe a couple, maybe some. He's like, I don't know whether or not I should lead with CrossFit, so I don't. Like, I don't tell them that I have a CrossFit competition, because, like, what if they don't know what CrossFit is? Did you see my response video to this?
Mm-mm.
Damn, I thought you watched all my videos. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. The sentiment was, or my sentiment, my reaction to it was, it's like, dude, if you're going to tell someone who basketball was in the 90s, you'll probably maybe lead with Michael Jordan.
Yeah. The
same way where if your competition looks like World Fitness Project, it would be insane to not say, oh, it's a CrossFit competition. Yeah. To like just some rando in a airport.
Yeah. Oh, I do WFP. Oh, okay.
How do you?
It's kind of CrossFit. What's CrossFit?
Can you how would you explain WFP?
Ooh.
And
fitness competition.
Okay, so like running.
Yeah, and other stuff.
Like what?
If they said that,
I'm a guy in an airport. You're Will Morad.
Like what?
You said it's a fitness competition.
Everything: gymnastics, weightlifting.
So you do the rings?
Yep.
My dad did the rings in high school. He did this. Do you guys do this?
No.
Why not? Isn't that gymnastics? So, I saw Simone Biles in gymnastics. She does like tumbling. Do you do that?
We do parts of gymnastics.
You don't do tumbling or rings?
No.
So, what do you do?
And then I'll just show them a video.
I wouldn't. What if I don't want to like talk to you about it? If I want your words.
You're clearly interested.
Give me your words.
Dude, I don't even know.
All right, Will. This is why he got 15 mil and you didn't.
Yeah.
All right, what's your next video?
I'm not sure.
Say you ever see the movie Idiocracy?
No.
There's a guy in there named Not Sure. I'm Andrew. You're not sure.
Yeah.
How do you come up with the ideas for your videos?
Usually I will just be inspired one day, or I'll have an idea for a different video and then it'll go down a different path.
How'd you get inspiration for this video?
I was thinking about the lack of squatting at the games, and I was going to make that video I was saying, and then I veered down. And also, I was kind of a little bit upset about just how the programming was boring, and so then I started thinking about how much I disliked the programming.
How long did it take you to make that video?
Like 100 hours of work.
Bruh. Why?
Because I script,
ChatGPT. I saw at least 2 of those comments. All right, AI.
That I was AI?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's an AI script, right?
No.
You write the whole thing.
Yeah.
And how long does that take?
That takes most of the time, probably like 60-something of the hours.
Wow.
Yeah, because
you write the whole thing.
Like for example, I researched and I had stats for like I think probably 8 different things, and I only ended up using the 3 that I did in that video. So I research all that, and it's not easy to research. I have to go into the games website and be like, okay, he got this on this score, he got this on this score, he was on this heat, he was on this, and to get the heat, I have to go to the live stream and see the heat, and then I have to cross-reference that with the thing. It's not like
you got to be careful. Mike Halpin's got to tell you how easy it is. You know who that is?
Yeah.
You do?
I think so.
Yeah, he was giving Watkins a hard time. Tyler. Because it's so easy to pull stats. Like, what are you wasting your time for?
Yeah.
It was taking you 40 hours.
How does he do it?
I don't know. I won't ask him either.
I know there's like this one website I was thinking about using, Apollo.
Yeah. That's Barkley Dale.
But they don't have any real. They don't have all the information I need. So
got a good amount though. That's good. That's a good website. It's probably a little website for stats.
Yeah.
So 100 hours.
And it depends because sometimes like this one I wrote a whole nother script and then
you wrote 2 scripts.
I wrote like most of it. I was probably like 60% of the way done with the squat one, and then I shifted towards the Castro one.
So, how do you feel about my idea that? How did you get into making videos? When did you start?
I think I started this channel in the beginning of 2024.
How long did your first video take?
Probably about the same, maybe a little less.
You haven't gotten any better at it?
No.
No?
No, I've gotten better.
Yeah. Well, how?
I've got some like workflows and techniques that I use.
So how long do you think this video would have taken you if it was your first?
Oh, so long.
150 hours, 200. You think it's incapable of being made?
Yeah. It would take me so long.
Tell me which one is it? And so long is it?
150, 180.
And how is that like a week? Isn't there? Are there 100 and something hours a week?
Yeah, I'm doing like 20 hours, 15 to 20 hours a week.
I think about social media a lot, like way more than you could ever imagine. and I think about. And I talked about this with another guy the other day here, and hearing people say that they're not good at it or they hate it. And I think about you, who doesn't utilize it at all, but I'm curious of like the trajectories of people who work at it and their improvements on it. And I do parallel it to fitness because I think a lot of people are just obese at social media. Like they're scared to try because they don't want to fail.
Yeah.
At the same way someone's scared to try and they don't want to. And I understand like some people just don't want to do it. And it's not the same. Like you're not going to die if you don't do social media. But if your livelihood kind of has a branch to hang on, I think if you're going to do something, do it well.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people could follow something like you and get better at it. That's me, who I'm pretty decent at this point.
Yeah.
I made a video at 3 a.m. this morning.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, what do you think of that? Do you think that's true? You think anybody can learn how to do the stuff you do?
Yeah, for sure. I've got some, it just takes time, practice.
You think people are just as afraid of it the same way, like, people are afraid to go into the gym?
Yeah, that, and I think this is a whole separate topic, but I think, like, you liken the obese thing, what you said, they don't get the dopamine hit from it. If you don't see the outcome, if you can't see the outcome, then it's really hard to do something. And so you really have to, you have to have some strong thought that there's going to be an outcome, and then you have to start seeing outcomes or you're not going to keep doing something. So like if I wasn't getting views on any of my videos, like, and I wouldn't be making them still. Like if all my videos I was posting were getting 20 views, I wouldn't be still posting them.
Oh, really?
If 2 years in and I was only getting 20 views a video, I would have stopped.
Or yes.
But the views and being able to be friends with you and being able to go to the games this year because of the channel is those things that are driving me towards wanting to keep doing it.
I don't know if I entirely agree with that. I think I would just figure out a different way
to do it.
Yeah.
Well, that would mean that you still have some strong belief that there's going to be an outcome.
Yes.
Right.
Like, I'm going to win the CrossFit Games. I'm going to do it training high rocks. This isn't working. All right, I'm going to try powerlifting. This isn't working. Oh, maybe mixed modal stuff will get me there.
Mm-hmm.
And then you kind of like see that that's the avenue. That's kind of what I think.
Yeah.
I was going to make videos no matter what. If you said you might just stop, I don't think I would ever just stop.
If you like tomorrow you stopped getting views,
I would try to figure out why.
People stopped reaching out to you.
I would figure out why. I'd probably.
But how long could that last? A year? 2 years?
That I continued.
But what am I
gonna do? This is what I do.
Yeah. But that's the other thing.
You know
there's an outcome because you've done it before. If you haven't done it,
that's interesting.
Because you still have that Like you talked about people only do things, or people have trouble doing things because they don't have the vision of the dopamine hit or whatever you were saying.
Yeah.
Right? You have the vision of, I would keep doing it till I figured out what was wrong. But you only have that because of the past history of you being such a good YouTuber.
I showed you about 200 videos I made that are all like just sitting on the back end.
Mm-hmm.
Those weren't getting many views. I liked making them though. They got like 40 views. They're all my members at the gym.
Then were you
I
making
should show you
them
my
for,
first video camera.
So were you making them for the members at your gym?
Yeah.
So you were getting a little bit of a hit and drive from that?
No. I was not.
I don't know.
I was not.
You
getting
must have
it.
been getting something.
I liked the idea that I was doing something for someone else. That's what I liked. Because like they were at home, and I thought
so it was them. So they weren't.
You're right.
So it was them because
You're totally right.
Like, you knew.
I would get messages about how people really enjoyed the workouts
yeah.
that I was doing. If it was even just like that little thing.
So what if you were making them and you heard from no one?
Zero.
And you got no views and there was no anything.
It would be interesting going from like tens of thousands to tens. That would be an interesting thought.
Yeah.
I still think I'd probably figure out a different way. I'm pretty addicted.
But a different way.
I might start making videos on basketball, like
right,
the NBA.
Right. But that's only because you know that you've done good in the past.
I didn't know I'd do good at this in the first place.
Well, you must have had some sort of. You had a belief and then it was reinforced. So if you had a belief and then it was never reinforced for 5 years and you were still getting 0 views, you would not still be making videos.
I don't know.
You would not.
How do you know?
I just know. There's no way.
What do you think I'd be doing?
You would, I don't know, you'd be training, doing personal training, you'd be doing something else. You would have been doing something else. You wouldn't still be making videos if you got 0 views for 5 years. And
everybody unsubscribe to my channel. I want to test it. I want to see what happens. But that's interesting. I don't know, because I didn't have anything when I started. I just started talking. I legit. I have video. I showed you these. The ones I had in the gym. I would have members write things on the board, and again, I was getting feedback. So yes, there was something there, and I would just put my phone up and I'd answer the questions, and I'm gonna answer this for everybody right now. 100 people in the gym, 100 views, all the answers answered at once, so I don't have to have the same conversation that many times. And it's been the same thing the whole time. I remember I put up a video about Wadapalooza, 2022, maybe even 21. I competed. I had all these thoughts, and I'm like, I don't know who to say them to, but I feel like I keep saying them to one person at a time. Just like what I did in the gym video. And there'd be like one comment. That's the one, but I still got the one comment.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is sick. I don't even know these people. How are they seeing the video? That's why YouTube's cool.
Yeah.
Because like someone wants to watch some Wadapalooza stuff. And if I didn't have one ever, I wonder at what point I would stop. I don't know.
I feel like it would have been quick.
Bro.
One ever?
I did a video a day for a year.
And you were getting views and subscribers and comments and texts.
I wouldn't have stopped for the year ever. The same way you.
But that's the belief. What if at the end of the year you had nothing?
You haven't eaten sugar since 2017.
Yeah, because I know the outcome.
What's the outcome?
I feel better. I'm not addicted. I don't feel
so
cravings.
Why can't the same things happen with me and YouTube? Minus like.
Because I knew the outcome.
I know the outcome. I make videos. I get views. I'm the best at making videos and getting views.
Yeah.
Just wait until you see the Reddit True Tide video. It's going to blow your mind. I've never seen anyone talk about it the way I talk about it.
What was our point with this?
I wanted to know what your next video was. That's how this all started.
Oh.
And I wanted to know, like, I think I wanted to know. Oh, I wanted to know if anybody could do what you do.
Yeah.
I think anyone could do what I do too.
Yeah.
I think it's easier than making the CrossFit Games.
I think that.
For sure.
Yes. Yeah.
But also I don't. I think I tell this to Alexis all the time. I'm like, what I do is so easy. But then I see a lot of people try and they can't.
I think for mine, and this might
Which
sound...
is why you're cool, because you can.
This might sound something, but people could do the voiceover. People could do the editing. People could do the stats. I think it might be hard to find someone who could do the scripting.
Yeah, that's a good script you've got.
Just the overall ideas, and B, the actual like.
How long did we talk that night? Like an hour or so?
Yeah.
Like a couple weeks back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for a couple weeks back, Mason, I got on the phone. It was like 10. And Alexis, I'm like, it'll be a couple minutes. And then she's walking by, and I'm like, it's going to be more than a couple minutes.
Sorry.
No, don't be. But like, the script is no joke. It's crazy. And he's not kidding. Like, I don't think many people could.
Yeah.
And that's probably something that's gotten better too, right?
Yes. Oh, that's the main thing.
You think they could have made the first script versus the final version, like the newest scripts variations? Like you think that Dallin, who's now on his YouTube journey, could sit down at a computer and make script 1, version 1, Mason startup? You think he could do it?
Yes.
You think Corinne, his fabulous wife, could sit down on the back end and edit that thing up the way you did that first time? 150 hours she's got?
Eventually.
Okay.
It would take a while.
Okay. Got anything else you want to say? I can't tell anyone to follow you anywhere because you're not nowhere.
Follow HillerFit.
Follow HillerFit.
Follow
HillerFit.
Mason
Startup
YouTube.
Uncut.
Mason Startup Uncut.
Yeah, I'll tag that in the bottom.
That's my
You picked
yapping
up like
channel.
10.
Yeah.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Cool. Dave Castro's washed. Thanks,
I want to hear your thoughts on that.
About the what?
Dave Castro's washed.
I agree he's hamstrung. I think if he were given the resources of the Reebok era, it would be way better. Dude, they had to do everything in a house.
I agree, but something like 1 minute rest, 2 minute rest, 3 minute rest is enough of a whole shuttle to overhead. You could do that with something different, and the 1 minute rest, 2 minute rest, 3 minute rest would still blow my mind the first time I saw it and be like, oh, that's so cool, right? Like that's kind of what I said. Like they're pushing the methodology forward. Bosman showed me something cool, a cool way to get a stimulus.
Yeah.
When was the last time Dave did that? It's all 4 times stuff.
Nothing pops out at you this year. That's the difference.
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even this year, like your pattern, but there's no pegboard. The double under crossovers are Bosman. There's no legless pegboard, which Bosman did.
Mm-hmm.
There's no
Tia.
press to handstand.
Yeah.
Which Bosman did.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying like Bosman. I'm just saying that Dave didn't bring anything new. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's what he meant by going classic CrossFit. He goes, hey, if you were here in 2018, it's going to look like exactly that minus the cool stuff of being outside.
Minus the
new machines.
Cool rep schemes and different stimuluses. I mean, you talked about this 1 minute on, 1 minute off, 200 meter run, max deadlift. Like that's all it would take for me to be like, oh no, he's not washed. That's cool.
Right. That would be cool. And people would hate it because there would need to be it'd be like the 75, the 3-2-2 to 2-2-2-3 intervals, but with deadlifts, and you need to have like 75 deadlifts to win.
Even that would be cool. Actually, the way I first wrote it was 50 deadlifts. That was way too many for me.
Not that way.
And then I capped it at 5 sets. Because you can't run fast enough, or I couldn't personally.
Cool. Cutting it off.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.